Hello everyone and welcome to episode 17 of Wasteland 3, and just a little moment of housekeeping. As of the previous episode, we officially passed 50 hours played of the game in episode 17. It really reminds me of the multiple years that we would limit the streams to about an hour. I would always wind up going over, but you know, we would always aim at an hour, so episode 50 would mean 50 hours, and to hit that at episode 17 is a whole different thing. Hello to Grumpy and Caroluna. I hope that you've both had a great Thursday so far. I've had a week. Oh man, but that's why it's so much fun that we get to hang out and play something like Wasteland 3 with you guys. Officially 50, or unofficially it is. So unofficially it is. It's actually like 50.1, I think. I wonder, actually it's a good question. If we went to save game, yeah, it doesn't appear to say what the time is here. We could also go to load, just out of curiosity. But yeah, Steam lists, yeah, it doesn't say here. Steam lists the official time played at 50.1 hours. So that's where we really truly are. Okay, so as of the last episode, we are on the hunt for a mysterious voice who I think will probably be named in here. It is this guy. Yes, this guy. Morningstar. There we go. The voice on the radio invoked God and someone called the Elder Statesman. Morningstar has directed us to find a terminal somewhere inside Union Station to unlock his prison. And I'm sorry, I legitimately... Okay, I think we do. Sorry, level up. I thought we took care of this before we did this. Did we not level up at the end of the episode? I could have sworn we did this. Let me just make sure that we're on the very latest save. I'm gonna load this. Load. Yes. As here, Luna says 0.1 hours difference. OMG. Also says I may or may not have passed 1,500 hours in SnowRunner, but that's awesome. Like, I don't think that like dollar per hour spent is a very useful metric. There can be very short games that are extremely memorable to you, but it is a metric that you can look at and consider, like, whatever the total currency amount that Caroluna has spent on SnowRunner and its various season passes or DLC packs, divided by 1,500 hours. Yeah, it's a good investment, man. Like, you've gotten a ton out of it. Okay, apparently I did not level up, and boy did I think that I did. So I'm immediately thinking coordination, because eventually that gets us up to an extra action point, would be super useful for Mia, or a little bit more combat speed and evasion and initiative. Let's do the combat speed, evasion, and initiative. That's just, it's always going to be a safe choice for Mia. Okay. For skills, well, as always, before we look at skills, let's just see if there's a perk that we are aiming at. Not really. I think level 10 melee combat was our next real target that we wanted to get. Yeah, because all the mechanics ones are for, like, throwing out deployables and repairing things, which it's not bad. It's just not sort of our main build. So, yes, look at this. Level 6. Okay, I'm sorry. Just to be absolutely sure, because I've already made this mistake once, I want to make sure that if I go here, there's not, like, a melee combat focus one. Be the dog, animal whisperer, brawling, barter, hard-ass. Hard-ass I would like to get for her, but not right now. And then armor money. Okay, just double checking. Level 10 melee combat, which fills out the bar. That's as high as it can possibly get. Followed by this level 10 melee combat perk. Here it is. While using a blunt weapon, you gain +5 armor, which is half the time she's using a blunt weapon, and +10% status resistance for every enemy adjacent to you, which is ridiculous. Super locked in. Now, that probably does mean that by default, Mia should usually be using her blunt weapon. Also, I don't know if we're facing as many robots now, so maybe I want to switch this back out to her clown hammer. Yeah. I would really like to get a different weapon besides the the clown hammer. It still seems silly. Yeah, as Kirilluna says, it's going to be a good value for the money. Same with me with Stellaris. Now, I've probably put more money into Stellaris, but I've put so many hours. Like, again, for all the money, the cash that I've put into Stellaris, that has been easily justified by the amount of time that I've spent playing it. It's just not so much of a stream game. So awareness. Yeah, let's do awareness. Awareness is always good for Drienne. It gets their hit percentage up a little bit, and then also that range damage bonus. So it's just a good call. Let's look to see, as always, is there a specific perk that I'd like to get? Level 10 in small arms. On the turn after they hit you deals plus 50% damage. I'm not sure that's going to be super useful for them, though. Yeah, we might want to, like, aim at some of this first aid stuff, actually. So, yeah, I can afford a first aid point. Let's do that. Yeah, I don't really need... Well, Crystal Clear is nice because it can clear the negative effects of Mia's rampant drug use. So we're going to take first aid. And that does it for Drienne. So Carolina says some of the farming sim games have been even more for him. Okay, yeah, again... The explosives, it's not that I don't like them, but... Yeah, blast radius would be really great. Level 10. Yeah, the level 10 perks are like... The level 10 perks in almost every case, like, not all of them have a level 10 perk, but where they do, it feels like borderline, like, game-breaking. But I think armor modding is the one we really want. Like, that's the big one. Everything else is cool, but armor modding confers this ridiculous perk of +8 armor to everyone in the squad. So... yeah, let's actually aim at another point of armor modding, which also unlocks... Hold on, I can never tell which box it's selected. Chobum scrap plates, molybdenum alloy dome, Ceramo silk patches, and Hermes coils. I love that in looking at this, you just have no idea what any of that does. Like, do I even want that? But the game's like, you'll figure it out. It's cool. Confirm changes. Yes, let's do it. So, back to here... yes, let's go with strength. We've been leveling blah 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 up very evenly. I don't see any reason to change that now. More strength is more health, more con per level, so it's a retroactive improvement for him, and does increase his throwing range. Not much of a melee character, but it allows him to heft those really big guns. And now we do have one perk left, and he doesn't use... Well, I might take the plus armor one. Yeah, so the con plus 35 is not a nothing boost, but it's just not as important to him because he has so many hit points already. But the +2 armor, not a high percentage yield, but any improvement is there, and he's our secondary tank. If Mia's the melee tank, he's the range tank. He's the guy who gets out there and just like hoses everybody down with like flamethrower shots. So yeah, I think purchase perk. Okay, and Lucia. So, if Lucia could get up to level 10 of small arms... The trouble with Lucia counter-attacking a melee enemy is that she'll be 2/3 dead when she goes to do it. But some of this other stuff... Yeah, maybe I should get Lucia like a secondary shotgun attack or something. Shotgun shell. Always with the shotguns. Yeah, not a lot of perks that I really want for Lucia. We'll probably honestly go... Probably with the con plus 35, I think. Because nothing else in here really speaks to it. And she more than Blah-Blah-Blah or Mia, could really use the hit points. However... Okay, I hope we didn't just hit a load, because I didn't realize that we were at level 10 small arms. No, I wouldn't have wanted that anyway. The alternative there is weapon modding level 10. But I think we're going to go with this because this further increases her hit chance, and that is more important. Hit chance is more important to Lucia than any other squad member. Because she can pull off that trick shot and usually get 2 attacks, one of which is like a guaranteed crit and stuff. She's really good. So, intelligence, really need that extra skill point right now. The extra evasion though, yeah. Also the combat speed is useful for her because then she can run up, take a shot, get back behind cover. She has a very limited range. Okay, close. F5, there we go. Grumpy saying, Mia's rampant drug use, rather. Now, before we go, let me, now that I sort of joked about it, though, not ammunition, it was the mods. The armor mods specifically, because we did unlock a couple of them. Yeah, here we go. So, Ceramo Silk Patches, plus 10% evasion, plus 2 armor, hit chance negative 5%. So we could put that onto Azric without too much fear. He's got such a high hit percentage already, but it's not perfect, and I'm not sure that that would go. The evasion, I think, would actually be better for Drienne. Not a fan of the negative 5 hit chance, but we could offset that with some weapon mods, I think. Then we've got these scrap plates. This is chest armor mod, action points negative 1. Definitely not a fan of that. But armor plus 10 is no joke. That's pretty good. Then we've got a Hermes coil. Initiative doubled, but a negative 2 armor. Initiative is not something I place it very high. Initiative is super good for that first response round, and then I'm less enthusiastic about it overall. Because after that doesn't do anything. Right? Like, initiative is super good when... Initiative is important in, like, 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, where it allows you to act before your enemies throughout the entire game. The entire combat, rather. But in a game like this, where it's their turn and then your turn, and on your turn you can move your guys in any order, I don't know what initiative gets you after that very first round. Don't really like that, because I don't like the weakness to all of the elemental damages. And that's it. Okay. Just curious. Oh, that's right. Lucia got wounded. So let's think about whether or not we want to heal that. I think we're probably closer to the end of this zone than the beginning. Kira Luna's saying also there are VODs. Yes. Well, then again, Mia, I have a bad habit of not using consumables in the way that they are intended. Okay.
Yeah. What's a fish? It's an animal. Lives in water. In places where it's not ice, I mean. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Animals can't live in water. How would they breathe? I don't know. Animals are weird. You're weird. At least I've heard of fish.
Okay.
Hey, you hear something?
No, I don't hear nothing. There's nothing happening right over here.
It must have been the wind.
Oh, let's actually set up blobbity blah behind this.
Dude, nasty. Who did you eat?
Oh, they're cannibals. LOL.
Cold out here. You already said that. And it's still fucking true.
Okay, Mia, come on. And yeah, as Mia goes, oh, Party Pal can't climb ladders. That's interesting. I wonder if Party Pal can climb stairs. Okay. Oh, this is actually a talk opportunity. Okay, Mia, go have a chat with these cannibals.
If you thought it was a good idea to wander into hardhead turf, it wasn't.
We killed your boss. Are you sure you want this fight?
Actually, no.
Okay. All that setup turned out to be unnecessary. What's with the dog? And the flashing red lights, like there's some sort of like a crisis? This is the one that fires. Yeah, we've already got that weapon. Oh, you know what? I do remember what we did last episode. We fashioned some... That dog could stop barking anytime. We fashioned some ammo because we were so low on everything. Curious sniff. Here's a room where we did a big fight, and we've already looted all that. Okay. Let's get whatever this scrap pile is. 261 scrap is not a small amount, and scrap is used in every crafting recipe that we've seen so far. Is this going to be a different conversation?
Rangers, you're approaching the correct position. Look for a small bunker-like building. You will need to access the terminal inside it.
You is the boss.
Okay, well, I order you to stop eating people. It's gross. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Diggable. Disarm explosive. And then it does look like there's something there of some kind. Alright, let's do this carefully. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and Azric, because Azric can see. Azric can be your spotter, and blah, blah, blah can do the disarm. Yeah, Azric just saw something else over there. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's do some digging. Alright. Yeah, that's more of a baseline for us, the extended magazine.
The bunker door may be locked. I'd warn you against using explosives to open it. The console inside must remain intact if I'm to be freed.
Is using explosives to open doors a thing in this? I want to say the first game similar to this, like even remotely similar to this. Did I not get everything out of here? Okay. I remember there was a game called Crusader No Remorse. Whoops. That was the first game I can remember where, like, you had some tactical options in terms of find the key card and in order to open that door, or just blow it open with a rocket. And I remember that. I remember being super impressed by that, to have that level of environmental explosives. This is an old Origin Systems game. Okay, that is not a place we can go. Now, hold on. This area back here looks hazardous to your health. But I don't actually see anything happening back here. All right. Well, we have nothing to fear from this door because Azra can just pick the lock. Oh, wait, what? Sorry. Why is this a level 7 door when you can just walk in the back? Oh, thank you, Azarek. That'll be much more convenient. We won't have to get snow on our shoes. Oh, that's very funny. Hello to Azarek. Thursday goes super well. Your character's doing some advanced lockpicking for us. Hey, lucky money bonus. We found 40 bucks and a Polaroid. Now let's listen to this cassette tape together. You won't believe your eyes. One of the most popular TV shows from before the bombs fell.
Hey, folks. Welcome back to You Won't Believe Your Eyes. The show that you have to see to believe. Can you believe what we've got on the show tonight? I mean, can you? Look at it. Wow. It's just, it's incredible. Really. In all my time on this show, I haven't seen anything quite like it. It just kinda takes your breath away, doesn't it? Amazing. Really amazing. I tell you. We're gonna go to our call-in line now and hear your reactions. Hello, caller. Is this thing amazing or what?
I was gonna say, like, when they were talking about it being a show, I was like, your favorite entertainment show, You Won't Believe Your Eyes, now on audio cassette. But I guess that was the joke. Welcome to Backup Station Alpha. Please be advised that unauthorized users will trigger automated defenses. If alarm sounds, lie on the floor with your hands behind you until security team arrives in blurp blurp minutes. Error, unable to query security team. Authentication routines disabled remotely from location M Star Garage. Almost like Morningstar Garage. Illegal quantity error at that authorized user list compromised. Crit auth fail. Warning blurp blurp. Root menu. Welcome to Backup Station Alpha. User Desert Ranger. Please select a menu option or type your query at the prompt. Man, I don't have any nerd stuff. Let's select command unlock database. Unlocking sealed database for Project Morningstar. Data backups now accessible. Oh, I feel very uncomfortable. Project Morningstar. Ugh. I have at no point ever once believed that Morningstar is a human being who's going to walk out and say, thank you so much. I am now at your disposal. Just seeing something called Project Morningstar makes me very concerned it's like a malevolent AI. Database, blah, 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 M-Star Garage. Rangers, you should now be able to access my prison beneath the ruins of Union Station. Be advised that I've heard gunshots above me. Hostiles may still be in the area. I will now close this interface. See you soon. Can I get any more information out of this? Oh, no. You hit a button on the keyboard, but nothing happens. Well, I've done what I've done. I want to get in here. I want all this stuff, all the stuff that's locked. Locked doors pose no problem for Azaric. He walks right through them. By the way, just everybody know that at some point, Polly or Major Tomcat are going to die, and I'm not going to notice, and I'm going to save it, and then they will be gone. Like, if it's close enough...
You are very close to the entrance that will lead you to me. As you've unlocked the database, I can grant you access at the door, but it may be concealed. You'll have to search for it.
If it's close enough, I might try to reload, but... whenever it happens, I need to make peace with the fact that it's going to happen, and we'll lose, what, like the plus 3%, oh, yeah. 2% strike rate and 5% evasion. It just... Scotchmo!
Howdy, Rangers.
How did you get in here? The place is surrounded by traps and hardheads. Yeah, that's my question.
Is that so? Well, no wonder there ain't nobody else here.
I don't want him to join us. We're looking for someone who's supposed to be trapped near here. Have you seen anything?
Little pink worms. All the time. Everywhere. No one else sees them, but I do.
Oh man, now I want an egg cream. So long, Scotchmo.
Take care.
Wouldn't it be...
Damn bartender. Hey, serve it.
Shut up. Wouldn't it be amazing if, like, Scotchmo has, like, level 9 nerd stuff? Oh, that would be so awesome. Like, you bring him into the party, and that's the thing that he's super good at, like, hacking computers. There's a long row of tiny numbers and letters written across the bottom of this painting. I will not read this hashtag right now. What is that, like a crypto wallet? No thanks. Also, like, oh, we are into this now. That was the radio beacon? Yeah, okay. That's where we unlock the thing. There's the train platform. So we haven't been to utility room. Let me go back to utility room. This looks like a bunch of stuff. Multiple switches, a generator, but Mia... Wait, does Mia not have level 9 mechanics? Ouch. I mean, I believe it, but yeah, we have level 8 mechanics. Boo. And that's with a +1 coming from somewhere. So, let me just double check. Do we have a book that she can read? Animal Whisperer, Brawling, Barter, Hard Ass, Automatic Weapons, Explosives, and Armor Modding. We do not. Now, hold on. Armor Modding, that's Blobby-Blah's whole deal, right? But he's not at... Yeah, if we can get 1 more point in Armor Modding, then we can read that book, and he bumps it all the way up to 10. We get maximum benefit out of it. So, I cannot repair this generator. I don't know what that means for our ability to do this puzzle, question mark? Okay. Well, Mia, why don't you throw this one? Okay, it's like a logic puzzle. Hooray. Okay, Drienne. I also, this appears to be like a big ice block, so maybe Blobby-Blah can just, like, melt it. Oh, that requires power. Okay, so our goal is to get this one blue, I think. Okay, Lucia. No, actually, we got you. Never any good at solving puzzles like this. I always just sort of like hit random things until I can figure out a little bit about how they allegedly work. Okay, what can we figure out about this? So it looks like the goal, and maybe I have to repair the generator to do this. I don't know. But the goal is to get power to this so that then it can presumably, like, do something, maybe heat up the wall or something. Let me just double check. Blobby-Blah. You can't just, like, light this thing up, can you? Oh, he could. Boy. Well, let's take a look at this. We're going to try to figure it out. Azric says, you know Mia loves those puzzles. Yeah, for me, I feel like what we're trying to figure out, like, okay, so right now we've got power going to 2 of these. If Mia throws this switch over here, it's got a red light on it, light goes out, and then the other 2 come on. So we've got 3 out of the 4 lit up. I don't have a good prediction on what should come next. Oh, that turned off everything. Now, Lucia, if you hit the same one again, that does everything again. Okay. I might have to do like a diagram of this or something. So Lucia's does 1, 3, and 4, basically. It looks like when Lucia flips that one, it does those. When Mia flips hers... Oh, we did it! I did it on purpose, too. Look how good I am at puzzles. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. Okay, and this gets us what? Hold on. I want Azric. First of all, F5 it. I want Azric to look in. Azric always goes first. He's got very high perception. Okay. Air ducts. An aged ventilation system still pumping out recycled air. The room smells stale and metallic. Okay. I feel like we can probably invite everybody in, but what we did not get, interestingly, is back here. But this is just... This would have just been a shortcut, now that we look at it. Blobby-Blah could have melted this, and we could have gotten into this room without doing this big fight if we wanted to be sneaky. But why would we want to do that? I love the combat in this game. Okay, let's look at the... Oh, that's right. We've got this weird hashtag. Snake squeezins. And boars. Oh man, the dog barking. Okay, head downstairs. Let's check out this terminal, but I bet Morningstar is back here, and that Morningstar is going to be like a scorpion bot or a suspiciously cute bot with like intent towards like ruling the world or something.
Welcome, Rangers. When you are ready, I'll open the blast doors.
Yeah, give me a minute here.
Of course.
Okay.
Take your time.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be fine. Okay, hey, here's a super high level weapon mod. It'll require level 10 weapon modding, and it slightly removes critical damage in exchange for a plus 10% hit chance. Ancient metal boxes mounted directly into the cement. There are no interfaces for no interfaces, ports, or even exposed wiring. Okay, let's do it. I'm somewhat of a mind to try to like set up an attack, but it looks like based on what we can see on the other side, there's going to be like a foyer that we go through.
Welcome, Rangers. When you are ready, great. I can't wait to meet you.
That's automatic. Okay, bye, Provost. Yeah, let's open this up so that Provost and Major Tomcat can come in as well. These terminals are coated in a thick layer of dust. Wait, nerd stuff? Oh, it's an electronic lock. Well, I probably don't want to try to blow it up now that I know that that's an option. Because I have to assume that whatever... At least if I ever tried to blow open a safe, it would also destroy the contents of the safe. It would either bounce completely off or completely destroy the safe. Let's loot. Okay, hold on. Skill book. Permanently increases sniper rifles by 1. Well, this would have come in handy 5 episodes ago. And Reagan vehicle development. An ancient pre-war log of top-secret development of some kind of advanced car.
Morningstar's physical specs look solid. What about sensors?
The DARPA brief calls for magnoscopic visual input, passive IR, and military-grade audio pickups. The initial proposal called for a micro-phased radar array. The energy output was an issue.
The power plant couldn't handle it?
The problem wasn't the reactor. The problem was the microwave emissions from the radar would cook everything within a 30-yard radius.
Holy shit! They're really going all in for the Gipper here, aren't they?
Sure. If we can ever manage to get the thing to actually drive.
Minor detail. Everything else is right on target.
Hey, I didn't hear them both laugh. Okay, so Morningstar is a car of some kind. That means that it's a vehicle, and that means that we want Mia to be using her... shock mace, yes. Also, Carolina was asking, why can we even see anything on the other side? Video games, video games. It's the way it works. It's actually probably, Carolina, like some limitation of the engine in terms of like how much it can unfog for you. But that's a guess. Knight Rider horn. Oh, we are definitely... I didn't want a clown car horn, and I didn't want like a, I don't know, like a bicycle, a children's bicycle horn. Knight Rider horn? Oh, I want to hear what this sounds like. The horn of a loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, and the weak. Hey, Lucky Scrap. Okay. Is there anything we want to do before we open up this door and have a fight with a car? No, because I can't, like, we don't have any energy cells to power any of our anti-car vehicle stuff, but we can spray it down with the flamethrower to make it, like, disabled. So, let's do it. Okay. Morningstar.
Greetings, Rangers. I am Morningstar.
We already have a talking car. Wait, do we have a talking car? Oh, we do. Yeah, the Kodiak talks. It's not very intelligent, but it can announce what it's doing. I am unsurprised because we read things on the way in. So, wow, nice chassis, heavy duty. Bet you'd be good in the field.
Sadly, I will never know.
Well, everybody crowd around. Everybody crowd around. I'm sure it's friendly. I like that the very first thing we can talk to it about is, you want to die? We can help with that. We'd like to help you, but we have some questions first.
Of course. I'm sure the ones topmost in your minds are, why was I made, and how did I become trapped here? Well, it was like this. Before the war, there were several attempts on the life of elder statesman Ronald Reagan. I was built to protect him from harm and allow him to take the fight to his enemies if necessary. Sadly, before I could be completed, the bombs fell, and this facility was abandoned. Thus, though the sole reason for my existence has been dead for more than 150 years, I have sat here, alone, aware, and conscious of my failure ever since. It has been unbearable.
Oh, you want even worse news, Morningstar. It turns out that there's no one left alive who enjoys the company of Ronald Reagan. Don't ask when that happened, but I'm just letting you know that that's what the world's like outside. Ask no questions. And hello to Marquack. Marquack, thank you very much for the link and the clip. I am legitimately very glad that you clipped that. I regret nothing about not reading that man's proclivities aloud. You knew Ronald Reagan? I will actually ask if you heard of the Gippers, because that is a past tense phenomenon now. You knew Ronald Reagan?
Sadly, I never had the honor. In a life of disappointment, not meeting America's greatest president is the deepest.
Have you heard of the Gippers?
Dangerous lunatics. I have monitored their radio traffic. They think they honor the elder statesman, when deifying him goes against every precept of his deeply held Christian beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
They disgust me.
Mark was saying, I just find that to be so funny. Your reaction when you read it still makes me laugh, and I've watched that clip at least a dozen times. Marquack, I'm like legitimately really glad for that. Anytime that I can bring, you know, happiness or levity, you know, any sort of joy to somebody, I talk all the time about what I get from streaming, but it is very heartening to know that other people enjoy some of the things that happen here or there. So I very much appreciate it. Sorry, did Morningstar announce at some point that it wants to die? Maybe that's a dialogue choice that I didn't select to get that information, because that wasn't clear to me. I thought the whole thing is Morningstar wants to get out and that this was going to be a fight. So let's talk about your capabilities.
Such as they are, I am a worthless piece of scrap.
And hello to Markintosh as well. Tell us about your weapon systems.
I am outfitted with what my creators called the Great Communicator, the most powerful weapon available at the time of my construction. But more important is my advanced cognition engine, which allows me to make nanosecond tactical judgments while in battle. I am apparently the most sophisticated combat AI ever created.
Could we complete you or repair you?
That is sadly impossible. I was to be powered by a nuclear engine capable of generating 3,000 horsepower, but the technological breakthroughs necessary to its function never materialized, and no lesser engine would be capable of moving my considerable weight. I am as pathetic as an elephant without muscles. I shall never move.
What is this thing made out of? Dark matter? Okay. It's considerably smaller than an actual tank, so I don't understand how it's so heavy that there's no force on Earth that can make it move. Maybe there's just no way to fit an engine into this chassis, but at that point you would think they would just make it a little bit larger. It doesn't have to be street legal. It's for Ronald Reagan to ride around defeating communists, you know? Is your consciousness an intrinsic part of your body, or could it be transferred?
It could, yes. My cognitive circuits were made to be removed for servicing and upgrades as needed, or if an improved version of my body was ever completed. But there's no point to that now. I was built to protect Ronald Reagan, and Ronald Reagan is dead. There is no reason for the continued existence of my self.
Okay, thanks.
Of course.
I see, this seems very forward given the fact that Morningstar is at no point that I remember said, I need you to break in here and euthanize me. So let's talk about what you want us to do for you.
Thank you. Killing me will be a delicate operation, and not without risk, but it shouldn't take you very long. And, if it will serve as an incentive to help me, you will be able to extract my primary weapon in the process. Payment, as it were.
I was actually thinking this. We'd like to put you to work, pull your brain out of this vehicle and put you in ours.
Work? For you? But I was built to protect elder statesman Reagan. I have no other purpose, and I've failed in that purpose. Death is my only option.
Let's have a quick chat about free will, though.
And if I were to die, perhaps God might permit me to at last see President Reagan, as I have longed to do all this time.
So we have a kiss ass, which we're probably going to do, but I haven't even read it yet. You didn't fail Reagan. Your creators failed Reagan by not finishing you in time. You are blameless. Now, I do like the idea of setting Morningstar's conscience at ease. Because, like, it's true. Morningstar didn't do or fail to do anything. It was created for a purpose, but the purpose couldn't be fulfilled. You believe in God. You believe you'll go to heaven. If you want to serve the cause Ronald Reagan believed in most, then help us. Help us bring back America. It's what he would have wanted. Okay, I mean, it's an option of what Ronald Reagan would have wanted, but cars don't go to heaven, Morningstar. You'd be happier and you'd make the world a much better place if you helped us clean up Colorado. What do you say? Well, all right, if this is what you really want to do, we'll do it. We'll help you die. So here's the thing. The Kiss Ass option, it's Kiss Ass 7, so it's not a joke. Like, maybe this is too metagamey, but this is a high-level Kiss Ass option, and it seems pretty damn likely that this is going to get what we want, which is an improved combat AI for the Kodiak. So we're going to roll with this one.
Serve the spirit of Ronald Reagan as I would have served the man. That, friends, that is inspiring. Yes, I will do it. I will help you bring back America.
Just kidding. We're going to make you die. Excellent. Then let's get you ready for transfer to our vehicle. How do we do that?
You will need to remove my cognitive engine, but 2 things. 1, the moment you start uncoupling it, my defensive cortex will begin an auto-destruct sequence. And to stop me from exploding and killing you all, you'll have to complete my removal before it reaches 0.
Yeah, I might need a quick save before we start this then.
2. That means you will have to destroy my primary weapon, the Great Communicator, because you will not have enough time to remove it and my brain.
Stop you from what now? Wait, so we either get your brain or your super weapon, but not both. I don't even want the super weapon. Lift Morningstar's hood and follow his instructions for removing him from the vehicle. Change your mind and start killing Morningstar instead of saving him. Oh, this is some time knife stuff right here. I love that option. But, so I think, like, asking the question is okay. Stop you from doing what now?
It is a safety feature. Removal of my cognitive engine is interpreted as an attack, and any such attack will trigger a self-destruct sequence. You will have roughly 1 minute to finish the job before I explode, so do not hesitate once you begin, Rangers.
Carolina, thank you very much for the request to quote. This is a high-level kiss-ass option. Yes, I continue to love the sentences that video games make you say aloud. Okay, well, I'm not even remotely interested in the super weapon. Like, maybe I should be, but here's the thing. Morningstar is alive. Morningstar is aware of its own existence. It's able to, it passes the Turing test. You know, it has conversations with people. It's able to understand what they say and say back. It expresses desires and intent. It's capable of planning for the future. It understands the truth of its own situation. It's alive in every way that counts. It doesn't have a circulatory system, but it is alive nonetheless. So, lift Morningstar's hood and follow his instructions. I would really like to do a quick save, by the way. Follow his instructions for removing him from the vehicle.
Is this pain? This is unbearable.
An indicator on the dashboard flashes warning, self-destruct countdown initiated.
Forgive me, Rangers. I was unaware. The procedure would cause discomfort. But you mustn't stop. Evan, help me. Hurry, it hurts.
Yeah, Mechanic 7, find and disable Morningstar's pain feedback module.
Oh.
You locate an innocent-looking processor and pull it out. Morningstar size. I'm concerned if there's an actual timer happening here.
Thank you, Rangers. That is a great relief. I should remind you that in 25 seconds, I will self-destruct.
Finish removing Morningstar from the vehicle.
Thank you.
You swiftly finish unplugging the last connections, and the self-destruct countdown stops with mere seconds to go. Oh, okay. Okay, we need to install a better speaker on you, though. He was actually, I don't know if you guys on stream could hear that. That was a spoken line, but it was so quiet. I guess Mia already shoved Morningstar in her pocket. Because, oh, look. Is that Marshall Kwan?
Complete. I am. Forgive me. My sensors make it clear this vehicle was not built by the finest engineers in the land. However, it is mobile, while my previous incarnation, despite the innovation of its design, was not. Please, Rangers, when you're ready, I am eager to be taken for a spin.
All right. I guess the only other question, did we get everything that was in there? We got everything here, 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 and here. There were some other things, and we didn't have a chance to look around that room, even with like a shift look to see if there was anything in there. It would be very surprising to me if there was like something valuable in there and the game like teleported us out. But who knows? You know, let's go take a quick look. Only takes a moment. By the way, be well, Scotchmo. I guess we'll just leave you here in this burned out shack. Okay, yep, we did that. And oh, yeah, see now I can see there's nothing in here. The intelligence that animated Morningstar's chassis is gone. All that remains is scrap. Well, I can use scrap. I can use scrap for many things. Now, Grumpy is saying that even he cannot pass the Turing test. I don't know. I feel like, you know. So for anybody who doesn't know, just in case, because every once in a while we'll drop a reference and people like, I suspect most people do, but the Turing test is this idea that a truly intelligent AI would be able to carry on a conversation with other people as though, and they would not realize they were conversing with an AI. The idea being that you would, through some mechanism or another, introduce the AI to a human being, and the two of them would have a back and forth, and the human being would never realize that they were talking to an artificial intelligence. So far, there have been no attempts at AI that have been able to pass the Turing test. It would not surprise me if within our lifetime we do get there, just because of the way that algorithmic learning works. I feel like eventually they'll be able to build something that can fake its way through, but I don't know that that will be quite the same thing as actual intelligence. I think that's just having a sufficiently robust amount of processing power and a database of responses that it can fake its way through. But I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that it can't happen. Kierland says, I know it's a test, but I have no idea about the details. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. So that's my understanding. It's a simple concept. It's whether by text message or voice chat or like another communication mechanism of your choosing, that an AI is capable of a call and response conversation that is indistinguishable from a person. That's it. That's everything that we came here for. None of this went the way that I expected, but we're set. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna throw down a real save. Yeah. No, I wonder if the game's going to like throw us into some sort of a scripted random event so that we can see what Morningstar can do, or if it's just up to us to discover it as we roam.
Team November, I just went by R&D and saw some pretty crazy new gear just ready and waiting for you. You should head back and see it when you get the chance. Over and out.
Oh, believe it or not, I am actually trying. I momentarily was like, oh, we have to put on the Knight Rider horn, but we can't do that until we get back to Colorado Springs. So I guess we just sort of head west-ish. This game so far has been disincentivizing towards exploration. A narrow opening leads into a small icy cave. At least there's no wind. We don't need to recuperate. Let's search the area. Animals have been here recently. They could still be around. Let's see if they left any food, since I can't do these other things. You find some roots. Eating them makes you feel funny. Yeah, a lot of times when we sort of wander off the beaten path, we wind up against, like, giant, like, incredibly lethal enemies that just completely obliterate us.
Coloradians, Union Station has been liberated by the Rangers.
You see some drools in the distance. It looks like they're eating dirt. Oh, let's sneak up on them. Azric recommends stealth. Yeah. The drools fail to notice you as you get into position. Time to strike. Oh, Ronin! Hello to Ronin, and also, this is exciting, the next part of the Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced. They confirmed it's only 3 parts. Also, so, like, the totality of it will be 3 parts. Oh, I want to save it. Yeah, I don't think that we can do a quick save. Also, just to pause it real quick, Markintosh is saying, so how are humans different from that? Aren't we also just a sufficient amount of processing power? With humans, there's a level of, like, cognition to it, and the ability to invent original thoughts. So I think that that's the idea. Right now, right at this moment, if you're watching this at some point in the future, the hotness on Twitter is some sort of an AI algorithm that generates art by whatever you put into it, and it sort of crudely mashes a few different images or concepts together so that you can type in Lady Gaga as the Statue of Liberty, and the AI will generate some sort of it'll sort of like mash together elements of Lady Gaga and the Statue of Liberty, and sometimes the results are surprisingly robust, like a picture of Lady Gaga standing like in that sort of like weird greenish tint that the Statue of Liberty has, and sometimes it's just like jumbled garbage and you can't make anything out of it. That's an example of an AI that is mimicking art, but like it doesn't understand art. And I don't know how you would, like, I don't understand art. So that doesn't necessarily make me not human. But in my experience so far, AIs don't understand anything. They're able to execute along an increasingly complex series of commands and algorithms, but they don't generate anything new, like new code for themselves or anything like that. I think that that's on the verge of changing, but humans like invented cubism. Humans invented like perceptual space. Like our understanding of the universe grows, and with it, so does our ideas about artistic capacity and enlightened thought and so forth. And some of them go in a very, very wrong direction, and some of them have brought us things like video games. Like, so that is sort of what I feel is the difference. And I do feel like we will probably within our lifetime see AI algorithms that can interact with people in a way that is probably indistinguishable from a person. In terms of whether or not that represents true thought or simply an approximation that's close enough to fool the average person and in no way prevents another person from coming along and just like completely breaking it by asking it to divide by 0, you know, who knows? But this is me just pontificating at random. What do I know, you know? How much processing power do you need for that to happen? Oh, and Ruination Ronin is also saying a Crisis Core remake. So I'm very excited to hear that because we did stream all the way through a full playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Not the intergrade option, but Final Fantasy VII Remake. I enjoyed it. I had limited understanding of the story. I guess people who know a lot about Final Fantasy VII in its original incarnation loved or hated what it did in equal measure. I don't know. I don't have a... I was mostly just confused by the end of it, and then I sort of read later on, like, how it differed from the original, and I was like, oh, okay. I see why people would be mad about this. It's the internet, so of course they would be. Okay, we probably don't have a ton of time to set this up. I'd love to get Azric up in that crow's nest, but... Nope, no, that wasn't what I meant to do. Oh, hold on, we can get Azric up in this one. Yeah. Azric's gonna have this shit locked down from up there. Nope. Okay. We gotta be careful of this person, and then Mia and blah-blah-blah. Yeah, blah-blah-blah. Why don't you just come taking me up here? Okay. You, Neil, Mia, attack. Okay, that wasn't an attack. Ronan is patiently waiting for them to release the entirety of Final Fantasy VII before I play it. That is not an unwise decision, because I did... Oh, this is very loud. I did Final Fantasy VII Remake like a year ago, and I'm not sure that I remember it super well. Let's set up Azric to do an ambush strike. Okay, Kodiak. Or Morningstar, I guess we should say now. Okay, so... Does Bobby Blah have anything that we want to do? Not really there. We could switch to his machine gun. Yeah, sure. And let's hold on to his last 2 points, I feel like. I don't think these jewels are going to be super dangerous, but... Yeah, I think an ambush shot as well here. Okay, Azric killed them. And there goes Lucia. I maybe didn't check to see how close the enemies were to Lucia. Morgenthau's like the game, the Turing test. I've heard of it, but I actually don't know anything about it. One of the reasons that I wound up playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake is that I knew it was only part of what the original Final Fantasy VII had been, but the way that I was thinking about it was if... What was I going to say? At the pace Square Enix works on games sometimes, it could legitimately be 3 separate console generations before the whole thing is out. So I was like, screw it, I'll just go ahead and play it. That was my thought about it. Okay, hold on. So Azric, we're going to put Azric into ambush mode again, because if we can get a bunch of these guys down low on lives, low enough for Azric to kill them in one shot, then Azric will kill all of them in one shot. Okay, Drienne. I feel like Drienne, we really want to get Lucia back up. But if we get Lucia up back right now, this dude is just going to end her again. So maybe a better choice is Drienne. Oh, yeah, no, hold on, new plan. Drienne, you come over here. Because, again, we picked up that upgrade for Drienne where they get a damage bonus for every enemy that they hit. My only concern is that that looks like it might blow up those barrels. So I want to maybe aim a little bit free from the barrels. Do I, though? Because... Okay, that's all the enemies and only some of the barrels. And a couple misses. That's a little embarrassing. Let's give that another shot. There we go. That's a little bit more like it. Do we get one more shot? Oh, we do. Go on, Drienne, then. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So, again, right now, like, Azric, you have all these guys in your sights, right? Oh, well, now we can't look to find out. But as long as Azric can hit, Azric can kill all these guys. So, we will have... blah, blah, blah. Shoot this guy some. And then Marshal Quan. So, yeah, okay. So, Marshal Quan, why don't we have you come up... Cover isn't really going to help us in this scenario. So, yeah, let's have Marshal Quan come all the way up here. We're going to use his free attack. And then maybe take off some of this dude's armor, which, in retrospect, would have been the best way to start. And we're going to have him dodge. And last but not least, Mia. Now, Mia can kill a bunch of these guys, but I would really love it if Mia could engage with this guy. So, let's go do this. And that is the end of Mia's turn. Okay, now what I'm hoping to see happen is these guys start moving and Azric goes headshot, 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 headshot. We don't know. We will find out right now. Nope. Yeah, the very first one. Yeah, Azric, what I'm looking to do, I want to beat our current record of Azric killing 3 guys on reaction shots in a single round. We're up to 3. We've gotten the Azric hat trick. I want to get 4 or 5 in a single round at some point. Markintosh is saying of the Turing test, it's a puzzle game, a bit similar to Portal in some ways. And in the game's story, the puzzles are designed so that they can only be solved by a human. I could solve all of them except for one where I needed help. Does that mean that I'm not human? No, well, I mean, I don't think it's a serious question, but no, it means that that puzzle was, like, I always think, my take on puzzles is, and you've heard me share this, if I can make it through 95% of the puzzles in a game and I need help on a couple of them, I still beat the puzzle game. You know, sometimes a puzzle is just, what you do is you bank that knowledge for the next time you play a puzzle game, and you'll know what to look for and what the solution was. That's my take on it. Okay, Kodiak. This guy's still very tough, so we're gonna shoot Lost Soul a bit. And also Drool. Let's soften this guy up some. Oh, and he has enough for a 4th shot. Who has the most hit points? Well, bars notwithstanding, I think Lost Soul still has the most. Because Lost Soul had, like, way more to start with. Okay, so Lost Soul has lost most of his armor. So let's switch back to Mia's bladed weapon. We're going to go a 1, a 2, and a 3. All right. Between the bleeding and the poison, Lost Soul has now died. It's going to take him a minute to fall over, but that's okay. Is there anybody else that we can hit? No. So let's whack this guy. Okay. Oh, hold on. I get another swing. Look at this. Look at Mia. Okay. Azric, you keep right on with your ambush shots. I know his precision strike is charged up, but let's save that for like a boss encounter or something. Like he's doing just fine. We're gonna do a ambush strike, and he can finish up whoever's left over. Lucia has 2 turns left before death. I'm not happy about that, but I do think that we have 1 more that we can do here. Done. And now, Drienne, can you shoot these guys as well? Leader multi-kill. Okay, Drienne, yeah. Go ahead, hit it. Well, the thought was there. Okay, blah blah blah. Oh, wow. How many hit points? This guy has 2 hit points left. Marshal Quan. Okay, Lucia now has 2 injuries. The second one is shattered shoulder. This further reduces her downtime, and it reduces critical damage in throwing range. Like, of all the injuries that you can get, that one is the least critical to me. And Azric has leveled up again. Yeah, I don't really like any of these perks. 1 whole extra second. So, I think for Azric, yeah, let's take crit resistance plus 10%. Because if Azric takes a critical hit, he just dies. Like, the way that he takes more damage than everybody else. Okay, and we can't afford anything, so we just have to skip the skills for now. And yeah, awareness, hit chance. Wow, this actually raises perception by 2 points. But even more importantly, that range damage bonus. Boom. All right. Confirm changes. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. only 2 of the drools had anything on them. We don't get any skin or fur or anything. But there's always a chest in these areas. There it is. Dylan is saying it just means that the creator of the test isn't human enough. Yeah, for me, puzzles in games can feel very frustrating. Sometimes, like, at least for me, here's my experience with it. Sometimes I just get got. Like, oh man, I should have been able to see that. And you sort of feel foolish. And those can be helpful and engaging because at the end of it, you're going to, like, remember that and you're going to know what to look for next time. Sometimes they can feel like you got tricked. And that to me is less fun when it's like deliberately misleading in some way. That was how I felt about Professor Layton. Everybody was like, oh, this brand new game that came out on the Nintendo DS.
This is HQ. We finally got a signal through to Arizona. It's a bit spotty, but we got word from General Wade Woodson. He'd like to speak with you.
I like great job. Great job. We'll be back for that call.
Thanks, November. Amazing what you can do with a bit of tape and a lot of ingenuity. See you soon. Over and out.
Okay, I would like to save it. So, less exploring now. We have to get back. Lucia needs medical attention, so we are going to head... yeah, west and then south. Call me a big dummy. I'm just a big dummy, and I don't know how puzzles work. I played Professor Layton, which was a puzzle game for the DS that everybody really liked. Its humor and its art style, and it's so cool. Do I want to stop here? Yeah, let's stop here real quick. The same burly marshal stops her truck again.
Hey, it's the Rangers again. Always good to see you guys. Got some more prime civil forfeiture in the back if you want to look.
I think we already said this, but...
Hey, our pleasure.
Okay.
Always glad to help.
Hey, man, I just got an extra +1, so I'll do it. My point with Professor Layton is that I tried the first puzzle, and I was wrong because it was a trick question. And then I tried the second puzzle, and I was wrong because it was a trick question. And I tried the third puzzle, and I was wrong because it was a trick question. And I turned the game off and never played it again. Like, that to me wasn't fun. I was just getting tricked over and over again. And, like, I know a lot of people really loved it. And I was like... I remember there was one about candles or something like that, and it was, I do not remember the specifics of it, but to me, it felt like I wasn't solving puzzles, I was decoding tricky double meaning language, and that to me just wasn't as interesting. And by comparison, there's a puzzle, I've talked about this, there's a puzzle in Dishonored 2, without giving anything away, where there's a whole level of the game that you can straight up skip if you want to solve what is, to my memory, a fairly devious puzzle. And the puzzle, the riddle, is randomly generated every time that you go in, so you can't just look it up. The very first time I got to that doorway, I sat there for 45 minutes and I solved the puzzle. And then when twitch.tv/Mr. Binky was playing, I had him like keep it up so that I could solve his as well. And I did it just so that he could get the achievement. But that was fun to me because that was like putting together the pieces of the clues to figure out the order of like people sitting at dinner or like whatever it was. Could I do that again today? I don't know. Maybe I've gotten way stupider. Or like I don't know that I could still do it. But I really enjoyed that because that was a logic puzzle, not a oh, what's black and white and red all over? It's a newspaper because it's red. It's like, yeah, okay, that's more of a joke though, not a puzzle. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking about Professor Layton right now. Debauchery asks, how do you feel about Baba Is You? I've heard of it. I've not played it. So unfortunately, I don't, like, I actually know very little about it. Also, please understand that what I'm expressing here is like a point of personal preference, not a knock against like Professor Layton as a franchise. People love it. That's cool. It's not for me.
Let me open the back.
Maybe I would have a different opinion if I were to play it again today, but I kind of doubt it. Frozen Heart. Okay, I don't... Maybe I got that off of one of the drools. I don't need any No Glow or Crystal Clear because I can craft those now. I don't feel like I need any of this. I might need... You know what I need? Ammo. Yes. So much ammo. This is the ammo that I need for blah blah blah, isn't it? Oh, we'll never know because I can't check his current loadout. Yes, I can. Hold on. So, yes. I need energy cells and sniper rifle bullets and this, yeah, 7.62 ammo. So, please, show me ammo. I borderline want to buy as much as they'll sell because blah 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 is chewing through this. Let's buy, I'm actually serious, 200 rounds of this, please. Do you sell energy cells? They do. They're not cheap, but energy weapons are super good. Let's buy 50 of those. It's $400, but I can't craft those, so that's pretty good. I've got 90 flamethrower fuel. Yeah, we got plenty of that. Mia does not need that. How are we doing on sniper rifle bullets? 49. Okay, that's plenty of shots. How about shotgun shells? We've got that. We just did blah blah blah. Spikes. Yeah, so I can craft spikes, but I'd rather buy them. Spikes. Spikes are cheap. Let's buy 60 spikes. And then we've got this, which is 45 ammo. But we've got 988 of those, so we don't need that. And then for this, 104 regular 38 ammo. Okay. Ammo crisis resolved. Ronan says, someone with a different opinion, time to slander them on Twitter and or Reddit. Markintosh is also saying, the puzzles can only be solved by a human translates to, this is of the Turing test, if you can solve the puzzle, then you're human. The reverse of that would be, if you are not human, then you can't solve the puzzles. But that does not mean that you are not human if you can't solve the puzzle. You could still be human. I'm not sure that tracks. Like, for example, you could say, if you eat this chocolate and don't die, then you are not a dog. But that doesn't mean that if you eat the chocolate and don't die, that you are automatically a human or a mammal or something else. Like, chocolate is toxic to dogs, but just because, like, so if a dog eats the chocolate and dies, it doesn't mean that if you, like, that's not a great analogy, but, like, the Turing test is designed, based on the game that you're describing, that if you can solve the puzzles, then you are a human. But if you can't solve the puzzles, that doesn't necessarily track that you're not human. What if the puzzles require a degree of manual dexterity that one particular human doesn't have? You know, what if the puzzles, you know, if you can solve 98% of the puzzles and not the last one, I don't think you'd suddenly like lose your right to vote. You know, I think it can be true that only a human can solve the puzzle, but also not all humans can solve all of the puzzles. Like, if that makes sense. Anyway, we have plenty of ammo. Do we want to have any extra mods? I don't have any weapons that I really want to mod right now. I wouldn't say no to this. How much is this? $93. It's not, like, I can afford it, but yeah, we've already got one of these from Mia. Phase temper controller. Oh, no way. Holy crap. Like, I like all the elemental resistance, but armor -4, that's a big hit. I feel like I'm pretty happy with what we've got. Yeah. Okay, F5. And we've got Hoon Moonstead. Yeah, and then Hoon Homestead. Markintosh is saying Maybe Mia should try that game since she likes puzzle games so much. Oops. While making a pit stop, which I didn't really mean to do, your squad hears snorting and heavy hoofbeats behind them, and then a hideously human-sounding scream. It's the biggest, meanest goat you've ever seen. Red as blood, eyes like flames, a nemesis of a goat. A goat straight from hell. You finally found it. Your destiny is upon you. It's the goat that killed your mother. It must die. The goat sees you coming. It recognizes you. It shrieks defiance. So, I'm not feeling good about Lucia's odds here, because Lucia, remember, has, like, 0 hit points. Also, I guarantee you... Okay, this is... I guess it's a goat. It's a very, very large goat. Okay. Lucia, why don't you sit this one out? You're good. Lucia, we don't need your help right now. Let's have you save your points. Yes. Oh, and it's got Hellgoat friends. Okay. Okay. Shoot. Okay, these guys make some funny sounds. But yeah, Markintosh, I like it when Mia plays puzzle games because of the way that she engages with them. But I also understand where she's coming from, which is like, speaking of somebody who's gotten stuck on stream on more than one occasion, you feel terrible. Like, I feel terrible if I'm, like, super stuck on something. I know that others, like, are like, okay, the answer is right in front of you. It's really obvious. So, let's do some healing with Drienne, though. Let's heal Marshal Quan. And... I kind of feel like I want to put a heal on Lucia as well, if we can, out of range. All right, how about a heal on blah 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 then?
I feel crashed.
All right, and that's going to be Drienne's turn. We'll just have them. Let's save a point for Drienne. Maybe I should have put a heal on Mia because we want to like charge Mia into combat. Do we have any idea what Monster Goat is capable of? Hit chance 111%, crit chance 12%, evasion 27%, armor is 21. Okay, let's see if we can take that down a little bit. I think we found the boss fight that we wanted to do this for. So, Azric, let's knock some of that armor off. Okay, solid hit. Mia, you go do your thing. Attack. All right, and with her last 2 points, let's actually defend, because Mia could have a lot of combat coming in. Now, blah, blah, blah. These guys actually appear to already be on fire, but that could just be graphical, because it's not actually saying that they are. So, let's, if blah, blah, blah shoots his flamethrower, the bot is saying, how do you see the stats of players and enemies? So that is up here. It's this little eye icon. If you slide that out, if you're on console, I don't know. There's probably a button for it, you know, but here on PC, it's a little eye icon. And in combat, you can slide this out. And if I like put the mouse cursor on Mountain Goat or Monster Goat or Mountain Goat, you can see it that way. And it also shows you, by the way, like what their little symbols mean. So, for example, if we select Mia, then we can see, you know, we get a plus 2%. So you can see that in combat as well as on the inventory screen. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I feel like we want to bring blah, blah, blah up here, like here-ish, and we're going to hose down as many of these guys on fire as we can. We'll probably use Torrent Strike to do it, unless that doesn't really hit that many dudes, in which case we'll just do a regular strike. All right, yeah, we can hit those guys, including Monster Goat or these guys over here. Let's try to get these guys' attention. Oh, no, they both resisted engulfed. I think they probably are on fire or have a very high degree of fire resistance. Marshal Quan, I'm going to gamble that the goats aren't good at climbing ladders. And we'll save his last 2 points. And that's it. Kodiak, why don't you save some points? And let's see how bad these goats are at it hitting. I assume that they're very bad for us. Oh, they're ranged. Because why wouldn't they be? Ow. Okay. I would like Mia to get drunk, but I'd also like her to not be dead after she does so. Drienne is here? Drienne. Can you get within healing distance of Mia? Yes, they can. Okay. This feels like a sacrifice play for Drienne? No! Okay, so, okay. It's not a crisis. Mia would just have to move back. Sorry. Also, Debauchery is saying, hello to Debauchery, by the way. Like, welcome to you. Got your friend. I've been playing this and are about level 12 and didn't know that until just now. In before the ladders are at a 60-degree angle. Okay. Okay. Drienne. Okay, so... Medic pack requires 3. So Drienne could move to... Wait, what the hell? Wait, what? Medic pack requires 3 AP to use. How is... Oh, that's blah blah blah. Sorry, that's... No. Okay, so Drienne can move here. So if Mia takes a couple steps back, then Drienne will be able to heal, and then Mia can go wild. So, yeah. Oh, this doesn't feel like a great choice, but let's do it. Okay, Mia, just come a little bit back. That's 1 AP for Mia. Now Drienne can heal. For anybody just joining, Drienne, as you can probably tell, is our primary medic. Now, Mia, let's drink your snake squeezins, which is going to make you rowdy. And now... I want you to kick the shit out of this guy. Do we have anything else to soften him up? I don't think so. If Mia uses her dental pick, it does that much, which isn't that much. And then this has a vanishingly small option to, like, stun it. Yeah, let's just do dental pick, because if we can get this guy poisoned, that'll help us out. Okay, and that's the end of... And Mia did charge up, but we're just going to, defend. Okay. Azric took a lot of damage on that last round, and we didn't, like a genius, didn't reload his sniper rifle, or his energy rifle, which also means that Marshal Quan's is not reloaded. So, yeah, let's kill the guy that's attacking Azric. Okay, Blobby Blah still has this going. It's not great. Let's go here. This is gonna have a way better arc. Yeah. But not a... We can hit 3 guys if we shoot over here, so this is gonna be our choice. 2 of those mountain goats are about to get messed up. And with that, so the flamethrower doesn't do anything. And like, it does a little bit of damage, but it's probably not worth it. So probably a better choice is to use this time to get Blobby Blah to an elevated position, I guess. Oh, Panda, and also Panda. Hello to Brian, and also Panda, who had come in a little bit ago. Hold on, let me just look here. Ronan said time to play some Shipbreaker, and I'm sick of how. Markintosh was saying I was playing that before I came in. How far are you in the game? And that was in Ronan said, I think I just hit rank 20 without spoiling Angel. Yeah, I can say that I have finished the story, and I actually completed my contract. Like, all the achievements done, did the whole thing. But thank you for not spoiling it for other people in chat who may not be in that position. Like, I can say I really like Shipbreaker. Like, I like Shipbreaker in a way that probably is not entirely deserving of the game mechanics. Like, I see other people point out things that they would like to see adjusted or addressed in future patches, and they're not wrong. But for me, it just, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I had so much fun with Shipbreaker. Like, I'm not sure I'm done with it. I might do, like, a no-death run or something. But yeah, Shipbreaker was great. But yeah, thank you for not spoiling it for others. Okay, Marshall Kwan's on fire. I'm actually not too worried about that right now. He's got plenty of hit points to singe away. Yeah... We don't have his blinding rifle out. That would have been a great thing if we still... But wait, maybe we can put that in? Pulse gun. I want to say that this was it. Yeah, so not very much damage, but it has a 25% chance to apply blinded. The only concern there is that it's going to take so many of his action points to do that, and instead, we could throw out a smoke grenade to help everybody out. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a very good idea right now. Okay. And for his next trick, let's go ahead and shoot this mountain goat a whole bunch. We're gonna save that last point. Okay. Did I or... No, I didn't start healing Lucia. Yeah. Okay, Lucia, I'll tell you what. Why don't you take a med hypo on your own? It's gonna... Oh, she got lucky. Okay. Very cool. Nonetheless, we're gonna play it super light with Lucia. I don't know if this is true for you, Debauchery, but Lucia is capable of taking infinite damage. It's really funny, actually. Every combat... Oh, Lucia's dead. Lucia went down. Oh, I think... Oh, Christ. Yeah, guys, we might... This may just be a reload. Debauchery says that they think their friend has seen Lucia die or go down 6 times in one fight. Okay. Yeah, so Marshall Kwan is down, and Blobby Blah is down. Now, Drienne can do a lot to help with that, but again, it feels like it's very likely that they're just gonna go down again. So... This is... Oh, it's not quite a great shot, is it? Because we only hit 2 of these guys somehow. Okay. Drienne, let's move 1 square closer so that we hit all 3. That's going to give us a better damage bonus if we hit all 3 of these guys. That was not a bad hit. And now we're faced with, do I fire again and probably kill 2 out of the 3 guys? Or do we have Drienne heal themselves? And I think that the answer to that is we can't have anybody else go down. Also, Drienne cannot be gotten up. If anybody's joining in progress, if Drienne goes down, Drienne cannot be revived in combat. That was a perk that we took. Or a quirk, whatever it was called. Carolyn is saying, is bringing Lucia mandatory? I mean, as you say, she does seem to die a lot. Are there any alternatives you can bring that would suck less? So here's the interesting thing about Lucia. Lucia's a gambling character. if you can get Lucia into range to fire off her pistol, she can reliably charge up precision strike and do catastrophic damage, especially to marked targets. There is some challenge getting her there, like getting her up to the point where she can do that. But I would say that it's like when it pays off in a big way. Okay, I think we want Kodiak to soften up Mountain Goat. Okay, killing Mountain Goat is also an acceptable answer. And let's see if we can do some more here. And that is the end of that. We're going to save Kodiak's last 2 points. Okay. No one is currently firing on Azaric. I'm actually specifically saving this one. I was going to say because Mia could go kill this guy, but it's bleeding. Like, it's probably not worth it. Let's shoot at this guy just in case Azaric gets a crit, because Azaric's crit is 30%. It's 1 out of every 3 shots Azaric will crit, and when you want to, if you want to chunk down a health bar, Azaric's the guy to do it. Yep. Like that. Sort of like that. Oh, and that, guys, that was a luck. That was a luck shot as well. He gets another try. Yup. Blark. Okay, dead. Azaric, let's save that last point for next round, for what it's worth. Okay. Drian actually doesn't have a lot, but Drian can take a knee, and that will further increase their defensiveness. Okay, so now that Big Bull is dead, Lucia is... Yeah, Lucia has a little bit more mobility, and I think we're going to bring Lucia up here and just take a regular ass shot against this guy. It's going to put that guy down. And that was a lucky shot, so we could actually do it again, except no one's in range. So let's get into the smoke cloud. And we're going to save that last point. And we're actually going to defend, because they're all going to fire at her. Ow. No, okay. Mia is simultaneously healing and burning, so I guess we're going to find out which one of those processes first. Oh! No, there goes Party Bot. Party Bot answered the question. Okay. Now, Mia, it's time to do what you do best. Thundering Strike. Oh, boo. I really thought it was going to hit that other guy. Bear in mind, Blah-Blah-Blah is not feeling well. Did that hurt Blah-Blah-Blah? Well, whatever. What's done is done. Okay, Mia, if you can kill this thing, then you get an extra strike. So let's see if we can do that somehow. It's poisoned. Do we get free crits on poisons? I always forget this one. Critically hit, stunned, blind, shocked, bleeding, and poisoned. Okay, yeah. Critical hit, man. Do it. And with a serial killer hit perk, that means she gets another try. Let's see if we can go poison this guy. Yep. Okay, so she'll get a serial killer perk on the next one, too. Azaric, let's do this. Nice. And yeah, save your points, I guess. Okay. I would very much like Drian to get Blah-Blah-Blah up, if we could. Can we? No? Oh, there we go. Do that. Do that. We're probably done before he bleeds out. But it's good to be sure. Okay, we cannot... Oh, it gave us Blah-Blah-Blah. Yeah, that was Drian's whole turn. Blah-Blah-Blah has no hit points, so... Or no action points, so we're just going to have him defend. Okay, so here's what I mean by Lucia being like a gamble character. If we're gonna put on her like super accurate pistol, and we're gonna go for this trick shot. This trick shot we're out of range because of course we are. Okay, let's move here because that's the minimum range. Okay, let's try that again. Second verse. We're gonna do so Lucy could take a shot. It's not really gonna do that much damage, but if we can land this trick shot, which has a lowered it's a negative 50% hit chance, so that gives us 58%. If she lands this shot, then she gets a second shot as like a marksman shot that is going to do like super damage or like have a better effect. Yep, so we missed. That sucks. If it had hit, it'd be awesome. So what we're gonna do now is, yeah, we can't really like have her like duck down or anything, so we'll just have her defend. And instead, spend some time... Hold on, just don't hit anybody. We're not gonna hit anybody? Good. Okay, if we move here, we can take the shot. Also, Carolina, I just like Lucia, like, better than Scotchmo. I like Lucia as a character. I like it when she chimes in on stuff. I like her backstory. I like her company, you know, in a way that like Scotchmo or there is one other ranger at base that I would take if Lucia died or like decided to leave the party because we get to a low enough state with the Colorado Springs 100 families, then there is another party member that I'd take before Scotchmo. Yeah, this guy might be dead before Mia even gets to take a swing. Thank you, party pal. Okay. Everybody needs medical attention. Let's just take a quick look to see if anybody's bleeding or burning in a way that's going to kill them. Blah 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 has some internal bleeding. Marshall Kwan has the chills. Lucia has a shattered shoulder and internal bleeding. Oh, no! I really thought that Mia was going to heal out of that. Drienne, can you help out here? Now Mia has a shattered shoulder. And unlike for Lucia, that actually is a problem because that's... well, actually, it's not really that bad. Critical damage. I thought it was less melee attack as well. So let's take a look. No wonder your mom died to this. It's quite beefy. Oh, yeah, the goat. It really is. And here's another reason that I, like, even with all the injuries and stuff that we took, first of all, like, we're going to go back to the base now and it's all going to be fine. But secondly, like, if we had to reload out of that, we might never have seen this encounter again. Because these, like, there's a high degree of randomness and that would have sucked because I wanted to kill this bull. That was when Carolina asked, is bring Lucia mandatory? And then Carolina says, well, if Scotchmo would be the alternative, that's very understandable. Yeah, there's a woman that we rescued, believe it or not, in episode 1, one of the Desert Rangers, and she has animal talking, if I remember correctly. So she would actually be a good alternative. Goat ornament. I might put on... I want goat ornament now. Here's what I want. Goat ornament and Knight Rider horn. A pheromone sack. Well, good for us. Oh, wow. Hold on. 2 chests. Look at this. Commando legs. I don't know that that's better than what we have, but it feels like it's probably pretty good. And then a plasma grenade. Nice. It doesn't require any nerd stuff, so we're good there. Hey, Deathlance. So, this takes 50 caliber ammo. I'm probably saying that wrong. Level 7 sniper rifles. This is a very good sniper rifle, I think. I think it's better than what Azra currently has, which is really saying something. Hemoglobin module. Armor +2, healing bonus +50%, and evasion -10. That would actually be really good for Mia. Mia doesn't give a shit about dodging. Okay. And Polly's still, yeah, Polly's still with us. All right, that's it. Let's get out of here. Can I still can't F5 it here, right? No. Debauchery is setting my mind at ease that they're hated by the 100 families and she hasn't left. Okay, that was a theory that I had because...
Come in, Team November. We have a situation here with a group of women. Their families were arrested and the local authorities aren't telling them what's going on. Think you can help?
Well, after a quick visit to the hospital... I really don't like if they've got the cash, we've got the time, we can help. Like, I don't know the situation yet. If this is something that warrants an exchange of money for goods and services, then we'll negotiate that then.
Your mostly unpaid, typically thankless job. Yes, that's the enthusiasm these gals are going to need. There's an opportunity here to show the women of Colorado that if local law enforcement isn't treating them fairly, the Rangers can set it right. HQ, over and out.
Markintosh needs to sleep. Markintosh, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great evening. This will, by necessity, not be a very long stream, but I would like to... Okay, we are the Kodiak, and... Okay, it's just a quick jaunt down the road. We'll be fine. I did save it, though, right? All right. Because at this point, the crew can't survive very much more. So, Debauchery, as you may have picked up on, all of the created characters are inspired by friends in chat and mostly reflect the original adventuring party that we had in a completely different tactical RPG story-based game called Wildermyth. We're going to go straight to Ranger HQ. So Mia is based on more than a Mia. Azaric was in chat a short time ago, and is probably like hanging out and playing like Outriders or something.
Calling Team November, come in. Listen, I tried to put her off, but Mrs. Wong just won't stop calling about this noise. Could you do me a...
Don't you try to make it sound like it's nothing. Those kids are driving my cats and me crazy.
I do remember her. She's the lady that lives in, like, the tenement building, isn't it? Ms. Wong, the Rangers have more important things to do than chase down noise complaints. Oh, hold on. What kids?
The kids who broke into Farron Brago's old club. They're having a dance party in there. Boom, 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 all night long. They're a public menace.
Would you mind checking it out, November? She's not going to stop calling until you do.
For $150, I'd mop her floor. Like, let's do it.
You know.
We'll check it out. Well, we're not going to do it now, but...
Thanks, November. I owe you.
What did they say? Are they going to do it? They better take care of this. I'll write a letter to the paper.
Okay. I am, like, just on a separate note, I'm astounded by the amount of content in this game. Yeah, so just a quick introduction. Mia, as you can probably tell, is our melee character. We took a perk so that she gets a huge boost to combat speed when she has 2 different melee items equipped. So as a result, I slightly wasted some skill points. I was going to give her like a ranged weapon, so I wasted a few points there. We might retrain her at some point if I really want to get those points back. Azric is our sniper guy. He has 2 different sniper rifles, one being energy for dealing with robotic enemies, and this is his main weapon, which, now that I'm thinking about it, let's take a quick look. So he has Red Dragon, which is a level 15 sniper rifle, and we just picked up Death Lance. Okay, so let's take a quick look at these. Now, Red Dragon is heavily modded, so I don't know that we want to switch it out. Red Dragon has more ammo capacity, more range, a better hit chance, but a lower strike rate, and everything else is the same. except for the damage, which is rather substantially higher. Like, look at Deathlands. The low end is much higher. And I think that that does have to do with like some mods that we loaded onto Red Dragon. Like, we sort of made Azric a little bit of a gamble character as well. And I'm not sure that I would do that twice. I'm not sure that I would take that. Like, let's look at the mods on his sniper rifle. Yeah. So it was one of these guys. Yeah, it was right here. The Hammerforged rifle barrel goes from plus 16 max damage to negative 16 minimum damage. It gave him plus 3 penetration, but I feel like Azric is so good when he crits and stuff that going for that, it's the negative 16 minimum damage. I'm not sure that that actually works in his favor. Then we've got the scope, which gave him plus 6 meters, and the hit chance, and the magazine size. So, I'll tell you what, before we make any decisions, let's get everybody healed up. And put, hold on, I want to, the most important thing I think we can all obviously agree on. For the hood ornament, we are going to put on the goat ornament. So that now lives right there. And for the horn, we're going to put on the Knight Rider horn. Oh, it's so quiet though, you can't even hear it. Okay. For equipment, do we need to do anything? We've already got the Deliverer chassis on. Yeah, we already did that. Weapon, we don't have any extra weapons or mortar. Alloy, yeah, we've already done that. The AI module is... Ah, here it is. So I was wondering what Morningstar AI module. It gives plus 2 action points. I earnestly wasn't sure what it was doing for us, but now we've got that, which I think mostly translates to either being able to move further or every other turn it can attack 3 times, which is actually pretty useful. And then we don't have anything in there for utility yet. Debauchery says, I think there was a new stock in your armory when I first came in top. Yeah, they did radio something like that, so we'll check that out. Let's go... That's actually a really good point. Let's check that before we do any, like, mods, because maybe there's, like, a super awesome sniper rifle.
There are
hey, Doc.
going to be more fights and more injuries with you and the refugees crammed together like this. What do you need, Rangers?
Oh, hold on.
If it ain't cut, don't stitch it.
In the previous episode... we offered that the medical bot... Yeah! Look, the medical bot is here alongside our regular doctor. Or our original doctor.
Howdy, Rangers. Here I am, just like I promised. Ready to expand my vistas and learn new things. Thanks so much for inviting me to the party. I already talked to Doc Parker and sterilized myself from ass to applicators. So I'm ready to assist him when you guys hurt yourselves. But listen, I owe you more than that for this opportunity, so let me share something with you. Having electronic eyes helps me spot things when I'm scavenging, but that isn't all of my secret. It's all about the filtering, knowing what not to look at. And now you know.
Oh, awesome! So, quick recap. Vicky is somebody that we picked up, I think it was just last episode, and there was some real debate for me about whether or not to bring Vicky aboard, because I was worried that if we brought Vicky back to the base, that we would lose this doctor, that the game would be designed in a way where you could only have one doctor, and if we brought Vicky back, then when we came back, Parker wasn't going to be here anymore. Not only is that not the case, but there's dialogue that Vicky acknowledges that Doc Parker is here, and we got a free perk out of it. That is so cool. How are you liking it here so far?
It's new. It's different. Lots of people to meet. Don't think I'm gonna get bored anytime soon. So I'm a happy girl.
The world won't change just because you complain. Where did you get your bizarre vocabulary? I don't think it's that bizarre.
Back at the commune, Vivisecto saved an old prospector from dying, and spent a few days helping him convalesce. He was a talkative old coot. Guess that memory was part of the slice of his consciousness I got made from. Hasta luego, benefactors.
Okay. Yeah, I was so nervous because I did not want to, like, Doc Parker here has Amber, and like he's here to take care of her, and I was really worried about like chasing him out because the game, everybody remembers this that watched the episode, so I'm just glad that that worked out the way that it did. Before we go on, Debauchery was saying, comes in limping, bones protruding out of their bodies and gushing blood. We are here to help. And also, yeah, Ronan was also laughing over like Mia just slumping over like that. And the great thing is, that would be like Mia in real life, like just being on fire and being like, well, I'll see you in a minute. It's like falling over. And then Ronan laughed at a headline, Activision Blizzard investigation finds no widespread harassment at Activision Blizzard. Yes, it's amazing. It's rather like when then candidate George W. Bush assigned a man named Dick Cheney to help him find his ideal vice presidential candidate, and consultant Dick Cheney came back to him a few weeks later and said, I know just the guy. Which, just in case anybody doesn't know the joke, George W. Bush's vice president was Dick Cheney. And that is a true story. He was originally brought onto the campaign to help identify the ideal vice presidential candidate. But yeah, it turns out self-interested corporation finds self-interest in self-investigation. So who would have guessed? Debauchery is guessing I killed Brygo. No, I imprisoned him. We fought him, and then he gave up, and he's actually in our prison right now. Ronan said, just a quick pat on the back of the Activision Blizzard thing. Debauchery then says, if anything, you can mod the same stuff on that's on the Red Dragon onto Deathlands. Yeah, now, correct me if I'm wrong, Debauchery, there is no capacity to reliably remove mods off of a weapon. Like, I have not seen any perk that would allow it. I've not made the acquaintance of any mechanic or weapon modder that can do it. Yeah, Debauchery says correct. By the way, your preference on he, she, or they, because I just would prefer to do it correctly. So how would you prefer to be addressed? But Debauchery is saying correct on that. I just wanted to double check. I thought that maybe if you got weapon modding up high enough, he, understood. If you got weapon modding up high enough, then maybe you'd have an increased chance of getting one or more mods off, but that does not appear to be the case. Okay, sorry, let's get healed up.
What do you need, Rangers?
Oh, what do you got? We'd like to be patched up.
That's what you pay. Have a seat.
Debauchery, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, I don't think I need to buy any medical supplies.
Fucking refugees. Can't take a step in CS without tripping over goddamn planes trash these days.
Hey, Marshall. No, how about I talk to you? You're off the team. That bothers me that I can't.
Don't see us sleeping under bridges, do you? What's wrong with them?
Really dislike this.
Goddamn freeloaders is what they are.
So, sorry, just to maybe mute that griping for a minute. The refugees were here first. We moved in to their area, and we agreed to let them stay in exchange for their help cleaning up and outfitting the place. A deal's a deal. Like, and I suspect, by the way, that they are continuing to help out around the place. If these guys don't like the work that the refugees are doing, sweeping the floor, manning the kitchen, cleaning the plates, like all of the stuff that I believe that they're helping out with, they're free to do it themselves. And then once all of those tasks are being done by the marshals, then they get the chance to like gripe about this. Sorry, because this really bothers me, because I'm the one that made the decision. So if they don't like it, they come to me. They don't grumble under their breath while I'm standing within earshot, and then I can't talk to them about it. I know that they're setting up for like a storyline, but this guy can go find another job. Like, we actually don't need you here, because that's cool.
I feel bad for the refugees. A lot of people are pissed at them, like it's their fault they're in this situation.
Show us what you got.
Happy to. Take a look.
All right. Do we have something better than what we're looking at so far? Early response is no. A level 10 sniper rifle. Like, I think we're like looking at level 17 or above at this point. Hold on, proton churner. That sounds like a good time, but no. So here's Red Dragon, at least a version of it. Pretty nice rocket, but yeah, nothing real exciting in here. So, oh, hold on. That's not a bad pistol. How does this compare to what Lucia's using these days? We'd have to switch off of Lucia's revolver to see for sure. Okay. Hold on. What did that just do? Did that just sell Lucia's revolver? Or did it just unequip it? I double-clicked on it. Hold on. We might have to reload. Is there like a buyback option or something? Because I definitely did not mean to do that. Hold on, is it in here somewhere? I don't see anything like that. It's so cool that when you do something like that, it just, like, completely vanishes. Oh, wait, that wasn't Lucia's revolver, was it? No, that was her other weapon. Fudge. Well, now I don't know where it is. It could be this one? Hold on. I really messed this up. Okay. No, it definitely wasn't that one. I think it was this one, but I also think that we modded it. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the frame rate right now. Oh, hold on, the game is wigging out. Check the trash can. Hold on a second. Hold on, the game just got super weird. All right, I'm going to quick load. The game is currently running at like -1 frames per second. Debauchery, yeah, I'd say screw him and let's make him the animal pen caretaker. Go sweep the cages, man. Okay. Alright, it seems to be relaxing now. I think we're okay. And, hold on. Don't worry, we'll skip all the dialogue. That was weird.
Howdy, Rangers. Here I am having, and now you know.
How are you liking it here? Bizarre vocabulary. Goodbye. Okay. Let's go get patched up.
What do you need, Rangers? I'll do. Have a seat.
Carolyn, yeah, Carolyn, if this doesn't work, then we will restart the game later. Sorry, next. And Brian was saying, Auspicious Angel, you had one job. I'm really good at
fucking refugees.
Oh boy, this again.
CS without tripping over God.
Okay, hold on a second. Here's what we want to do. We want to make this Lucy's primary, and was that...
Don't see us sleeping.
So it's entering this screen, by the way, that's doing it. Like, you can already see the screen.
They go back where they came from.
Goddamn freeloaders is what they are.
Ugh. What if we get out of this room? It's like the snow effect, that little snow drifting effect is getting weird. Nothing like this has happened before. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw down another quick save. Quick being a little bit of an elastic term right at the moment. There we go. Okay, let's exit out to the main menu. Oy. So, it very, very much does not want me to go into the crafting screen while standing in the armory, is what I'm learning. Okay, this is looking good again. We'll hit continue. if something like that is the worst bug that we ever encounter in the game, I'm fine. If we permanently lose the capacity to... Hold on, this is still running badly. Maybe it'll even out as we go? Okay. Okay. No more going to the crafting menu.
For the refugees. A lot of people are pissed at them. Happy to.
Okay.
Take a look.
For all of that, here we are once again. Lucia, I want to know if this pistol is meaningfully better than the one that you have, and... No, I don't. Martial's Law, there it is. Okay, so it's a higher level, less damage, but that's probably owing to mods. Less ammo capacity, less base hit chance owing to mods, and slightly more penetration. The one thing that it has is a 15% chance to apply crippled, which... Like, this is not worth $930, because it's $930 plus all the mods that we'd have to put into it. It's, you know, I think it would end up better, but not by the amount that we need to justify that cost. So we're gonna ignore that. Shock mace we have, pulse rifle we have. We've already got a really good bladed weapon for Mia. Yeah, that's only marginally better. And it's not modded at all. Okay, so I'm not super enthusiastic about any of the things that we have here. I am, however, going to sell a road sign cleaver for $47. And is there anything else that we know we don't want? We can sell a waste rifle and a pulse gun. The pulse gun is particularly valuable. We picked up Last Resort, and I also didn't look to see if this is better than what Lucia has in any way. It really doesn't look like it would be. But it's got a unique name, so I figured we'd check it out. Nothing about this seems meaningful at all, so I think we'll probably just sell Last Resort. Maybe, like, Last Resort was used by somebody to kill themselves, and there was, like, a note around it and stuff, but I don't know. I kind of have a very low thought that we're ever going to see that person again. Rib Cracker, we're never going to use this. $64, we can get that. Road Sign Cleaver, yeah, there's no reason to keep that. Alright, do you have any cool armors? Not really. No. Not with all the mods that we put on stuff. I don't think we're going to find anything in the armor set. And that's it. Let's stay out of the crafting menu because we know that'll break. But I do think that we can put our pulse gun back in there. Because, yeah, I don't know for you, Debauchery, but the pulse gun, that 25% to apply blinded, for Martial Quan at least, translates into a nearly 100% chance. Yeah, and Debauchery had also said no skill from the pistol either. But yeah, Brian, I hope that you're having a good... No, now it's wigging out again. Boy, it really doesn't like this menu all of a sudden. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay, so last time we were able to jog it awake by, like, alt-tabbing out. I might restart the game, you guys, because this is feeling a little concerning about its stability. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do for safety. Let's throw down, like, a real save. Sorry, because this is a weird bug. This just, we haven't seen anything like this before, and it's really sort of grinding things to a halt. Try to reload from the game before all these problems started. Well, it's not a bad idea. I guess I'd feel bummed that we would lose some pretty, like, we'd have to, like, drive back to the thing. We might, like, the radio call that we got might not be the same this time. So let's overwrite Ranger HQ. Overwrite save game, yes. This save game, by the way, that's 5/26. It's like 3 weeks ago. It's almost a month. I'm going to straight up exit, so it's going to go blank for a second. Am I sure? Yes. And we'll just throw up the break screen for a few moments. I want to make sure that it has a chance to close out. It has. Let's hit play. I'm going to take off the break screen in just a second. Do you have a quick save after the goat? I could check. I'd be surprised if it's like a corrupted save or anything like that, but let's see. Let's find out. What I do have is a save from like the start of this episode. I would hope that we wouldn't have to go back that far. Let me go back to scene. I'm going to minimize just the two things that we have in the background. It's just Steam and the streaming software. All right, let's hit continue. Brian did have a good day, but I was told I had to work on Saturday. I'm sorry to hear that. I will, like, if I were to try to look on the bright side on your behalf, Brian, I know that you have to move coming up. Okay. I, for various reasons, feel motivated to get out of Ranger HQ.
Rangers.
So...
Rangers.
Okay, this may be the group of women that their families have been arrested for reasons unknown. The woman is stout as a kettle, grim-faced and hatchet-nosed. Her clothes are plain, but judging by their cleanness, I would go to cleanliness, they may be the best she owns.
Rangers, my name's Betsy. If you don't mind, we've got a request for you. Me and the girls here, we got family who were arrested a while back and put to hard labor at the Patriarch's work camp. Thing is, we've no clue where it is. And the marshals won't say a lick on the subject.
She falls into an expectant silence. And you want us to go free your people?
Nah. Most of them deserve what they got. We don't have any issue with that. But knowing where they are? Well, that'd help us sleep better at night. Figure out where they're holding our loved ones. That's all we're asking you for. And we'll damn well pay you for the privilege.
It's like an incredibly reasonable request. Like a too good to be true style request. We're going to pay you $400 just to give us a location. But what's it to me? We'll do it.
Thanks.
Her face gentles and it becomes clear that Betsy isn't half as old as she appears.
I wish we had more for you to work with, but the only thing we got is a name. Frank Pappas was a marshal in charge of shipping folks to the work camp.
Any idea where he is now?
All we know is that he's retired and living somewhere downtown.
Sorry. I'm really enjoying whatever this NPC is doing. Does Pappas have any friends or family who can help us find him?
Someone at the marshal station might know something. They won't tell us anything. But you might be luckier.
Well, when we find the work camp, we'll let you know.
We'll be waiting.
No need to notify the civvies, but Frank's been taking his retirement at the Sands Lux Apartments. Never went far from the marshals.
Oh, well, I mean, that's great. So Marshal Kwan knows, and we wanted to go there anyway because we need to connect with Ms. Wong about the people that are making sounds at the club, so we can hit two quests with one trip.
Daisy always kept the work camp pretty hush-hush. Most of us didn't know a thing about it, except that it's somewhere outside the city. Old Frank is ornery, but we can make him talk.
Debauchery is asking, did you get the request regarding the slavers that were stopping by Ranger HQ? Yes, we did. There were no survivors. Not a single slaver stepped foot back off of Ranger HQ land. Okay, so I want to have a chat with Sergei Greatsky, because I suspect that since we did a major story quest, maybe now or after we report to Saul Buchanan, that he'll have another story for us. But let's chat him up right now.
Rangers, good to see you.
Talk about your past.
Anytime, Rangers. Always happy to tell war stories. So many war stories are about sacrifice and heroics and the horrors of combat. But they don't talk about the real horror. The real horror is the food. Once, we were hunting a gang called the Clown Killers, an offshoot of the Payasos. We spent months tracking them, then got a break when we spotted a supply truck with a clown driver. All we had to do was follow it, and it would lead us right to them. Trouble was, just as we were nearing the Killers' camp, the driver spotted us. There was nothing to it. We had to kill him before he could warn the others. Fortunately, it was night, so we managed it. Barely. Then we made the biggest mistake of our lives. We decided to attack at dawn and get our strength up by eating the meat he was bringing to the camp and then having a good night's sleep. Well, next morning, the aftermath of that meat hit us like a ptomaine tornado. 20 men sweating and gasping over the latrine trench. But Saul wouldn't cancel the raid. Even not gonna spend another 5 goddamn months hunting these clowns, he said. And so we stumbled through the raid, even though it was, in Saul's words, a real shit circus.
Sorry, the line that I accidentally skipped by was, even though Saul was like falling over in pain just like the rest of them. Oh, okay. So I don't, do we get anything more?
Give me a while and I'll see if I can remember it. I'll be here.
Okay, in order. But yeah, Brian, it does suck that you have to work on Sunday. Like, it's a real disappointment if you don't get those days off. Debauchery, hello to Samlander. Debauchery was saying, Jesus, I have my created character running light machine gun and rocket launchers, but I found a mod that does 30% extra damage on a flamethrower against animals, mutants, and humans, where flamethrowers already get a 30% extra damage bonus to them. It's like a 40% chance to burn. Yeah, I don't know that I have that mod, but yeah, flamethrowers are great at making groups of enemies very unhappy. Did you get the request? Oh, that was a question about the slavers. And then Debauchery had said, did you at least take the quest and to warn the girl or decline it and just kill them? I took the quest. I found the escaped slave. We warned her off. The reason that I did that is I didn't know, like, the whole story. And maybe I thought that the escaped slave was going to, like, know where others were who could be helped. But yeah, I went and I warned her. And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm out of here. She took off. We went back and it took me a couple tries because I was trying to, like, get the right, but we were ultimately like, yeah, we're not helping you. What are you talking about? You're slavers. And, like, we went in, like, fully loaded, so it was over in, like, 2 rounds. They were very dead very quickly, and it was a feel-good moment for everybody. Okay, I don't feel like we need to talk to anybody. I'm just taking a quick look around. Before I forget, so there is somebody else that's hanging around here, and it is these guys. So this guy's a real asshole, the guy who's, like, hunting synths, but he pays up for synth brains, and I happen to have one because I couldn't figure out a way to not kill the synth, so...
Yeah?
Well, first of all, how you doing?
Like you care. What do you want?
Well, we found a synth named Earl. So here's the thing, I didn't find a synth named Earl. I found pieces of Earl after a large combat, and if he was ever even on screen, I never saw him. Him and his robot crew were trying to take over a mine.
Can you imagine what would have happened if they took those resources? It could have created thousands of robots. It'd be a goddamn robot roach apocalypse. Good work, Rangers.
Okay, and I don't think I have any other synth brains, but we might as well talk.
Yeah?
Wolf rolls his eyes and pulls out his computer. Oh, I asked about the synth locations.
Pay attention this time.
Oh, God damn it. No, I'm done.
Great. The more time you take, get to it.
Oh, but yeah, Sam Leonard said strange how that works. Was that in response to, like, the no survivors from the slaver camp or the slaver visitors or what? Debauchery says, I will tell you just because it's already done, but that is the only way to get access to the basement. Oh, yeah, no, and they had said that too. Like, the slaver person was like, if you help us get this escaped slave, then we'll tell you how to get into the basement. And if you don't, then you'll never get into the basement. And I said, cool, that's fine. That's fine with me.
Refugees have my utmost sympathies. But their inability to respect the boundaries of others, particularly in such close quarters, is distressing.
Let me just see the goods.
Of course, Rangers. It would be impolite not to share such tremendous deals.
All right, I don't really care about toaster repair, mustache wax. The thing is that, like, increasing the barter for Drienne anytime that we're actually actively buying or selling stuff would be pretty cool. But the following things are true. First of all, I'd never remember to put it on. And secondly, even if I did, $126, it would take a very long time for the percentage increase from 1 point to make that much of a difference. So, not gonna worry about it too much.
Don't worry about me. I can lick my way in wildcats.
It was rough there for a while. With a little warm food in their bellies, I think everyone will calm down about the refugees. Only the best ingredients for my rangers. It's hard to bring Colorado together with the stomach full of bitter rations.
I love the fact that the cook also sells hard drugs, but nothing that we need to... Well, then again, we did just drink Mia's only bottle of whiskey. Hold on a second. Well, hold on, because now I want to go into Mia's quick slot. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we reloaded the game, so let's see what it does. If I wanted to put a new usable item onto Mia's other quick slot. We like it when she takes drugs, so... Liquid Time would give +3 AP for a while. Rhino would give +8 armor, which also would have helped. Super Squeezins. Double melee damage. I think we have a winner. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. Or, you know what? Let's hold on to Super Squeezins until, like, we really need it. Like, some sort of, like, scorpion robot again. Prairie Punch gives us the +25%. Yeah, we'll put that in there. Okay, so we don't need any drugs. We've got some alcohol. Lots of options to self-medicate. All right. I want to go talk to the refugees because it feels like things are... Oh, yeah. So here's Farron Brygo. Debauchery.
When my father finds out you've put me in here, your head's going to be on the chopping block.
Yeah, we gotta go talk to Saul Buchanan about this whole thing. So Farron Brygo's right here.
Hope you have eyes in the back of your head. That's only because you've been lying to him about me.
And let's talk to Valor Buchanan because we've not been back since we arrested him.
Wait until father hears how you've been mistreated.
Oh, okay. He's threatening legal action.
I was spying on them, and I've got important information about them.
Debauchery saying, I think there's a very limited... Oh, wait. It's decent armor after looking it up, but honestly, we had stuff equivalent or better at level 12. I think there's a very limited number of them since it's 100%. Yeah, the Super Squeezins may have been a crafted item.
You've been damn good to us, Rangers. No matter what happens, my people and I will stick by you.
Oh, okay, there's nothing else we can talk about.
Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
Whatever civil war that's brewing here, I feel firmly on the side of the refugees because they were here first. That's the thing I'm going to keep coming back to. They were here first. So I think the last shop that I want to visit is the one for the Kodiak. We don't have a mortar. We don't have like a utility item.
Thou art strong.
there's something you need, you come to me. Well, sure.
All right. I don't really care about the ornaments. An upgrade to the Rhino cannon would be nice. We don't get the Kodiak in every combat, but when we do, it's nice to have it do as much damage as possible. Oh, look at this. Wow, this is expensive. Is that... So sorry, it's a vehicle upgrade weapon, but not mortar? Yeah, they don't sell mortars, interestingly. Okay, before we look at that, though, what is the... I want to see what it currently has for, like, damage output and such. Alright, equipment. Weapon. So, we currently have a shredder turret that does 14 to 20 damage 10 times, and nothing in the mortar slot at all. Whoops. I'm gonna save it again, because I usually like to do a real save before I do any serious commerce. I have a nasty habit of misclicking and selling Lucia's gun.
Really coming together around here. Getting to be the kind of place I could invite my mama to.
Debauchery's asking, did you do the Warrens at the Bazaar? As far as I know, yep. We completely cleared that out, and, see, there was a reason to return to the Warrens, or at least to the Bazaar at some point, and we also did a quest there. Just in case you haven't done that, I don't want to wind up spoiling anything. Okay.
Well, sure.
Okay, so this weapon is hella better than the one that we have. It's not marked as a mortar, even though it fires rockets. I can't think of any reason that I wouldn't want it. That seems really, really, really good. Alternatively, we do have a helix turret that does damage times 30, a powerful minigun with an extremely high rate of fire, basically a buzzsaw made of bullets. I love that. Then we've got the Rhino cannon, which... high explosive cells. Yeah, so that's also rockets. Well, that's not anywhere near as good as this. Aside from the fact that it's expensive and I can afford it, is there a reason that I wouldn't want this? Do I care that it's not a gun and it's a rocket instead? I guess it could do collateral damage, but so does Mia, right? Like, why would we not want that? This would be more precise, and some... well, actually less than half. Yeah, it's more like a third. I really like full borer. And we can also set people on fire with this. Yeah, fuck it. What are we saving money for if not for moments like this? Got it. Alright, let's go equip that. Equipment. And I think it goes into the weapon slot. Yes, it does. Okay, so I guess the rub is that it also costs more AP to fire, but depending on its blast radius, I don't know. I feel pretty good about that. I guess the other thing would be, do we want anything in armor plating? We do have plus 250 constitution and a little bit negative combat speed, but like super high armor. And they don't sell anything that goes into utility at all, from what I see. Not yet, anyway.
Masato is my hero. Never eaten this well in my life. Well, sure.
Kirluna is advising to always do the real saves before the unreal saves. Yeah, we actually have the best armor here. Yeah, for me, I differentiate the quick saves, because the quick saves, like, overwrite themselves over time. So I think of, like, the real saves as, like a save, like you hit the menu. Alternatively, anything that is made in Unreal Engine... Are we up to 5 or 6 now? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else for me to buy here. So many mods. I love the fact that there's no inventory weight limit. It's so much better. Armor modding. Okay. I feel like that's all the commerce and upgrading that we need to do for right now. And I will note that at least so far, reloading the game has fixed that weird frame rate issue. So, in order, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to the club first, because after we go to the club to deal with the noise complaint, then we have to go to the apartments, and then we can talk to Ms. Wong, or at least I assume that we do. Then we can talk to Ms. Wong and do the... find the guy that, like, threw everybody in prison. Or, like, worked at the work camp, whatever we're going to say.
Refugees flood the city. Reyes says Rangers aren't to blame.
Oh, actually, sorry. Debauchery had beaten me to the joke. The Unreal saves are for the Unreal Engine games. Debauchery is also saying, with the Knight Rider AI, it'll be every other turn you'll get 2 attacks compared to 1. Yeah, that was another thought with that +2. Oh, and I'm sorry, because Caroloon had also asked, and I think this was in relation to the AI, is that for everybody or only the truck, that +2 action points? I am 99% sure that that is only for the truck. That's an upgrade that you get for having the AI, but that it only applies there, and, you know, it would be a little bit... I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know why, like, giving the AI... The truck and new AI would give everybody else +2 AP. If that is how it works, I'm a big fan. Sorry, we've got some attributes. Let's upgrade Marshall Quan. We'll give him his speed upgrade. Yeah, he's doing just fine. So now I've got 4 points. Maybe at long last, it's time to start investing in... I could go Animal Whisperer, right? Oh, I didn't realize that this caused, like, a damage boost to animal companions as well. Huh. Because the other thing was going to be nerd stuff. Because we keep running into things that we can't do with nerd stuff, or that would require nerd stuff. Yeah, for Marshall Quan, I want nerd stuff. So we're going to throw 3 points into that. At some point, again, I might actually buy a restock, because I think that if we take away his 3 points of sneaky shit and the point of first aid that don't really help very much, we could probably get another few points, but I'm just not that worried about it right now. It's like one of those things where one day I'll start to scream and say, hey everyone, I spent like 20 minutes going in and respecking Marshall Quan and blah 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 so that there's fewer wasted points. And here's what they're like now. And it's just going to be what they are now, plus like 2 extra pips and something. Walking Drunk is saying, what difficulty are you playing on? Whatever the normal one is. I just went with like standard normal difficulty. And I'm enjoying it, because every once in a while, like, sometimes we like do really well, and then every once in a while there'll be a combat with just like super got. Like just like get ambushed in a way that everybody gets killed, and then I gotta like think about how to do it. And if you weren't here a short time ago, we fought like a super mondo goat, like a giant like 18-wheeler size goat, and that was a narrow win. Like I thought that was gonna be a reload.
Ew, old people. Troy, do something.
What are they doing here? What do you want, lamos?
So our goal here is to make them be quiet. Great party, mind if we join in? You've been getting some noise complaints. You're gonna have to take this party elsewhere. Shut this shit down now. You guys seem like a cute couple. You have the same disco bot that was DJing when the club was open. So, I like opening with a complete non sequitur. Is that the same disco bot that was DJing when the club was open?
No way, it's like my dad's or something. I just brought it for the party.
Yeah. Do you even know who Troy's dad is? He's like totally rich.
Okay, you guys seem like a super cute couple.
Yeah, Troy and Brandy forever, right, babe?
Yeah, as long as you keep your eyes on me. Not all those other hussies.
Ugh, babe, I told you you're the only one for me. I can't help it if I sometimes get distracted.
You better help it, or we're done. Just like last week. Or 3 weeks ago.
Okay, what is this? Brandy, you're a fine girl. Your eyes could steal a sailor from the sea. Although I adore Mia just randomly choosing to say that to this, like, valley girl, we're getting some noise complaints. Let's get to it.
Right. You're not the marshals. We don't have to listen to you.
Oh, we're so much worse than the marshals.
Why don't you go play games with the nerds upstairs? They're pretending to be lawmen, too.
Get out before we throw you out.
We're not going anywhere.
You don't know who you're messing with, bros.
You know who my daddy is.
Okay, she said something about nerds upstairs, so let's go. Loud sniffs and the occasional growl or yip waft from behind the door. Well, Azric could walk through this door without even bothering. Okay, so we've got a lot of stray dogs and an alpha dog. Do we know why they are locked up back here with no food? The pack leader growls at you, suspicious. Its followers watch you warily. Okay, backing off, good dog. The dogs turn away and ignore you. Well, see, now I regret not taking the animal handling. But it's a... everything's a trade-off. Foxman is saying, you're right, I'm not the marshals. Debauchery said, anyways, I started blasting. Well, I'm going to take a look around to see if there's a less... I mean, I know that we're playing with Mia here, but we might as well see if there's something else that we can choose. Okay, nothing in the back room. I do like the idea of pulling a Homer Simpson and just, like, firing Drienne's shotgun wildly into the ceiling. Party's over! Party's over! Everybody get out! No more to see here. Just, like, plaster raining down from the ceiling. Oh, hold on. Keg. Can we do something with this? Two teens huddle around the keg. They look up as you approach, then away again.
Hey, did you know I have a sixth sense?
Really?
Yeah, I see old people.
Oh, we can, like, do some protection racket stuff. Nice keg. It'd be a shame if somebody broke off the tap. Although, Mia would just drink it down, wouldn't she? Yeah, grab the tap spigot, stick it in your mouth, and drink without stopping. After a few seconds, the teen notice what you're doing and stare, then start to cheer.
Yes! Chug, 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 chug!
Look at that ranger drink! Whoa!
Chug, 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 chug!
That was awesome!
Hey, maybe we can win them over by being awesome.
Come on, rangers, let's get wasted!
Okay, just outside the town, you see Medicine Sam, traveling merchant walking along. He's, hi. Who are... Oh my god!
Okay, so quick poll of chat. Jorge or George? Because I've known people who have, like, gone either way. Also, Fox McCloud was heavily voting for, like, do it. Debauchery correctly pointing out Mia getting drunk without needing to use up a consumable.
Yeah, you're rangers! Real life, actual rangers! Do you want to play robots and rangers with us? We'd be honored.
Okay, so for the first time ever, I don't think that we would do with the hard ass. Among other things, Mia would actually want to play. But also, I don't want to chase these guys off. These guys are not making the sound. Rangers don't play, not our speed. Oh, hey, yeah, why don't you bring your game to RHQ? Although I do feel like Mia would also ask, how do we play?
Oh my god, this is awesome! Here, I brought an extra character, just in case something bad happened to one of the group. You'll be Boomer, a strong, silent type who knows explosives and carries a big-ass club.
Oh boy. This is right up Mia's alley.
Okay, so... where was I? Oh yeah! Medicine Sam says he hasn't seen the Rowdy Boys, but he just left the Rail Nomads, and they've been talking about nothing else. So, now what?
let's head into town, see what we find.
Okay, the narrow canyon you're in opens wide as you enter the Rail Nomads camp. You hear the distant whistle of a train. This area is a big travel hub, where the tracks the Atchisons and the Topekans laid all come together.
I roll a 65% perception to try to pick up the trail of the criminals.
Sorry. The ground is too well traveled by the locals, so you can't distinguish their tracks. You do, however, spot a bar nearby.
We go to the bar, and I try to ask people about the rowdies. Ouch. 20% on confidence.
That's not getting you anywhere. You manage to offend one of the Topekans, and the whole bar shuns you. Only a stinky hobo who calls himself Vod Carl says he knows anything. And he won't talk until you buy him a drink.
I like Vod Carl better than Scotchmo. Ooh. Oh, brawling. 100% brawling. We beat the hobo with our club.
Oh, okay. Wow! A 95%! You savagely attack the hobo. None of the Rail Nomads seem to care. He buckles under your assault and begs you to stop. Then gives you the info. He says he saw one of the rowdies riding fast through the east side of town with someone thrown over their saddle horn. He couldn't see who it was.
They've kidnapped somebody! Let's go after them!
When you arrive at the east side of town, you see the rowdy boys mounting their horses near the train tracks. Their leader, the heartless, cleft-chin Clarence, mocks you as the rest of his gang turns to flee. Look over there, Rangers! He points to a woman tied up on the tracks. That's Carolina, the princess of the Santa Fe tribe. And she's gonna get splatted by that there train any second now. Gonna chase us or save her, Rangers. The Nomads will never forgive you if she dies. He laughs and mounts up and rides off with his boys.
Suddenly I really want to have a top-down isometric RPG in which what you do is you just like go on about your regular life and job, but at the end of every day you get to sit down with your friends and play a role-playing game like this, and it's just like this elaborately written adventure that you just have to imagine, and the actual gameplay is just like you getting to those points. Okay. AT weapon. We fire our law rocket at the chain and then give chase to the rowdy boys. Ha. Like, seriously, though, what would Mia do? She'd fire her law rocket.
What? Oh, man! I forgot I gave you a law! Well, okay. A 99%. I guess the train explodes. Boom! Caught out in the open. The rowdy boys are no match for you. Your superior horses and expert training enables you to catch up to them and defeat them with ease. The Santa Fe tribe scrapes their meager possessions together to offer you a reward for saving Carolina. The next day, you head out into the desert to continue your pursuit. Okay, that's all I got for today. It was fun playing with you, Rangers. Guess we'll pack up and head home for the night.
Want to use our HQ as a place to play next time? Nobody will mess with you there. That's cool. I like the fact that we got to play and also we still get to invite them.
Oh, yes! Absolutely yes!
Oh.
We'll see you there the next time we play.
The 100 families dislike us more because we invited the RPG game night to come hang out at our place. Okay, whatever you say.
We'll come by soon, Rangers.
Looking forward to hanging out with you, Rangers.
Meet you at your place, Rangers.
See you at the base, dudes.
Now, what are the odds that there's additional, like, adventures? Like, much like we get war stories from Great Ski, that after every major story beat, we stop by and we get to play some more robots and renegades or whatever it's called. Oh, Smoking Teen. I know how to be cool.
Hey, Rangers. Can I bum a smoke?
I'm not going to do my Mr. Mackey impression because it's terrible. Sure, kid, here you go.
Oh yeah, Styx is my brand. Thanks, Rangers. Pretty cool after all.
Okay, I think I'm, like, filling out the quest log here. Oh, by the way, for anybody who's coming in, this is my, reputation so far. We're relatively famous. The 100 Families don't like us. The Patriarchs Marshals are not really big fans. The Gippers are all dead, so who gives a shit what they have to say. The Monster Army are big fans, and the Refugees, again, big fans. So, let's go to mission log, and buzz kill. The teens in the main room seem impressed by our party hardiness. We might be able to convince Troy to lead them somewhere else. Okay.
Wanna play King's Cup, Rangers?
Ugh, you again.
You smell like my grandpa.
So Troy, I heard you can throw a football like really far. You must be pretty strong. Mia's stronger.
You know it, babes. Only person who broke the record I set at 17 was me when I turned 18. Maybe I can give you a little private demonstration later.
Troy? What the fuck, Troy? I'm right here!
Jeez, Brandy, calm down. We're just talking about sports.
Just talking, Troy? Just fucking talking? Like you were just fucking talking to Heather last week? Fuck you, Troy. Not again.
Brandy, baby! No! Come back! Teenage girls are so volatile. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, my physical prowess. What'd you say your names were again?
Sir.
Ugh, you again.
Mind if we join in?
You think you're welcome here? After scaring off my girlfriend?
Super didn't scare her off.
Guess I can't stop you, seeing as you've got guns and all.
Okay, so let's see if we can find some more ways to be like awesome party people. Base, how low can you go? We can talk to Disco Bot. The Disco Bot is pumping out a thumping beat. The kids love it. They're dancing like crazy. Oh, look at this! Our very first thing we can ever do with nerd stuff. Hack the Disco Bot so it plays the worst music ever. But let's, hold on. I know that we will get like some experience points for this, but let's get into the groove and bust a move. As you start dancing, the teams turn, look, and then clap along.
Oh, yeah! Look at the Rangers go!
Oh, look, they're dancing! Look at blah blah blah. Oh, I can't zoom in anymore. Party, of all things, guys, Party Pal? Not that much into it. He's just sort of, he's feeling very relaxed. Everybody else is getting their groove on.
Go Rangers! Go Rangers! It's your birthday! It's your birthday! Hey Rangers! Pretty cool party, huh?
Okay, so, like, we're the life of the party. Can we, let's go talk to Troy again. What?
I guess you're alright. For grown-ups.
Okay. Okay, so what are our options? We'd love to party with you again, but not here. Okay, if we get another call on you, we're going to have to be assholes. Or, you know, we've got plenty of room at our out at our HQ if you want to keep the party going. So I don't want these guys moved out there. First of all, they're assholes. Like, oh, you're so old. Oh my god. Oh, you smell like my grandpa. Do we really want Troy and Brandy, like, getting into lovers' quarrels every 15 minutes? That's not going to be a way to chill out the situation between the Rangers and the refugees. So, if we get another call on you, we're going to have to be assholes. And by assholes, I mean we're going to murder you all.
Okay, we'll pack it up. Place is freezing anyway. Wrap it up, everyone. We're at. Hey,
oops.
Heard about a hotel in the National Forest we could check out.
If it's called the Overlook, I highly recommend it. You're going to have a great time. They throw the best parties, so I'm told. Okay, it's done. We did it. Party over. Buzz kill. Let's inform Rosie. Okay, so now we get to go to the Here we go. Now we get to go to the apartments. We're going to talk to Rosie, and we're also going to be able to find the dude who put the mission camp people. Fox McCloud is still voting to kill Troy before we leave. I would shed no tears over Troy being dead, but as you alluded to before, not doing the murder hobo thing is usually better for, like... Who remembers the 500 family's child that you killed? As opposed to, like, that time that we broke up the party peacefully. And believe me, we've killed a lot of 100 families' kids. It's one of the reasons that bar is so low. Oh, Fox McCloud also says that Party Pal is jealous that you're... that we're all dancing to somebody else's tune. It is, like, I'm not even kidding. It's actually very funny to me that Party Pal doesn't, like, rock out at the party. Oh, here she is.
The noise stopped. Thank you, Rangers. I can sleep at last. And so can my cats.
Yeah, your cats are pushing on Party Pal, though.
Here, a little something for your trouble. Since I'm sure that tight fist, the Patriarch, isn't paying you much. I'm gonna send a special surprise to your clubhouse or headquarters or whatever you call it. Nah, I'm not saying what it is, but you'll love it, I promise. Now go on, I'm a busy woman.
Thanks, Rosie. I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Come on, kiddies. The noise is over. You can come out now.
Okay, now, we're also looking for Frank. Let me throw down a quick save here. Oh, yeah, wow, that was straightforward.
Are you, Quan? This official?
Just a friendly chat, Frank. You know, like the old days.
Ah, fuck. What do you want?
We want to ask you about some folks doing time at the Patriarch's work camp.
How would I know anything about that? I just drove them out there and dropped them off.
I mean, really all we want is the location of the camp, yeah.
That's a state secret. Patriarch's orders. You got a problem with that? Take it up with the marshals.
Come on, Frank, we just want to be able to tell their families where they are, let them know that they're okay.
Yeah, well, that's real sad, but no. Sorry. Daisy hears everything in this town. I like life too much.
Are you saying that Daisy would kill us for kill you for talking about this? Don't make us lean on you. How much do you like money? Well, the trouble with that last one is that I also am a fan of money. Are you saying that Daisy would kill you for talking about this?
Ha! Ask Quan. He knows what would happen if I said anything.
Don't worry, Frank. I'm an ex-marshal. Just like you. I don't answer to Daisy no more.
Bullshit. I ain't talking.
Okay, hold on. It's sort of like hard ass. There's two ways this can end, Frank. We leave you bleeding or we leave you cold. Pick one. Yeah, let's do that.
Fuckers. Fuck you all. I hope you fucking die pissing yourselves. Alright. I'll talk.
And I'll tell you real quick why I didn't offer him to join the Rangers. This guy was an enforcer for Saul Buchanan. I don't know what were the conditions under which he stopped being an active marshal. Like, he hasn't expressed any discontent with what they were doing. All I know is that he's retired. And I don't want Saul Buchanan having eyes or possibly lingering loyalties among the crew that are back at Ranger HQ.
I was told to drive the prisoners to this cave northeast of the city and give them to some tattooed plains motherfucker. Didn't seem the type to be an overseer. And it didn't look like a great place for a work camp. But I don't ask questions, you know? I just do what I'm told. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map. That's all I can do for you, I swear. Please, don't kill me.
No, deal's a deal. We're good, Frank. Good luck.
Thanks.
So now the question in my head is, do we want to try to go to the work camp or just turn over the location? I'm going to check the mission log. And it doesn't necessarily have to be one or the other. Like, I guess the question is, which would we try to do first? I don't know anything about the work camp. It sounds very sinister. I feel like we can agree on that. Frank Pappas admitted that he used to deliver convicts to a cave outside the city. He gave them to a tattooed plains motherfucker, but he doesn't know what happened to them after that. Maybe we'll find some clues at the cave. Okay, so we don't actually have the full location. I mean, I'm for it. The only other thing that we might want to do is, because it is a lower level quest, head to the Patriarch's Palace and let him know that we've got Valor Buchanan. No promises, but I might have an easier time remembering Valor versus Victory, because the achievement I found out for getting Valor Buchanan into custody, the achievement on Steam is called Stolen Valor. And that's actually pretty memorable. Yeah, I feel like Broadmoor Heights is where we go to meet the Patriarch, if I remember correctly. Alright, let's go talk to Ranger, or Saul Buchanan first. It's been like 3 episodes now that I haven't made it back to him to have that chat. Yeah, right? Broadmoor Heights.
Conspiracy unmasked. Rangers have made the human smuggling ring.
Fox McCloud is saying that it sounds funny, the military-sanctioned clubhouse. Yeah, the quiet, like, D&D players, they can hang out. They're not going to bother anybody. Basically, what they want is a corner where they can set up. The party people, they just seem like they are completely disinterested in how everybody else is going. Now, there is another quest that we can do in this particular area. It's like the statue. I think we have a quest that'll bring us there, and we can try to... there's like a quest to like meet up with a political prisoner that Angela Death wants us to do.
Rangers.
So we might also do that while we're in this area.
Ah, you're back, Rangers. Please go on in.
Debauchery is saying maybe the D&D people will mellow out the assholes in the HQ about the refugees. Yeah, give them something else to focus their energy on. Go kill bugbears or something. What's the story with that delivery drone that you turned away that I definitely know what we're talking about?
Some of the families used to drop off gifts for the Patriarch, trying to gain political advantage. He got sick of dealing with it and banned the practice. That one drone won't give up, though. Terrible nuisance. Good day.
Whatever he's discussing must have happened a really long time ago. I've heard on a couple different occasions that D&D and other like pen and paper role-playing games are actually very popular in prisons because they don't require very much. Like,
Here is so full of themselves.
with a Monopoly set or like Risk, they take forever and a day to play, and like there's all these individual pieces that you need to keep track of. With something like D&D, you need like a book, and everybody else needs like sheets of paper and something to write with. And if you can secure that, then you can have a whole campaign. Okay, so it's been like 3 months of real time since I was here, so I'm just trying to remember where Saul Buchanan lives. Here it is. I think the throne is probably a good place to check.
Have you found victory yet, Rangers?
I have some questions.
Ask.
Ooh, I'm not sure that I want to announce this, but I guess it's a good... Oh, So I don't... Like, at first I thought that they were talking about the work camp, but no, I don't want to talk to him about the secret political prison because I want to go there first. So I'm not going to say this because I feel like that's outing Angela Death.
Fine.
The situation with your son Valor has been resolved.
Resolved? How?
We have him in custody.
I'd ask if he put up a fight, but I know better. The boy was always weak. Too many books and computers, not enough sweat and blood. But I suppose I shouldn't be wishing he had been harder to bring in. You brought him back alive, and that's what I wanted. So here's a reward for a job well done. Thank you, Rangers. What else can I do for you?
Wow. Okay. I was concerned that he wouldn't like the fact that we're holding on to him. And, like, there would be some sort of, like, a fight over who, like, where he's going to be. But, no, we'll certainly keep him in jail. We'll keep him good and safe for you, Patriarch. I don't know that I have anything else to report.
Tell me.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Deadass no. We're not turning in Angela Death.
Fine.
Sorry, I forgot. We don't have anything for you.
Before you go, where the hell were you when that Arapaho caravan was wiped out? The power armor they were carrying would have been a great help to my marshals. Now it's in the hands of the Scar Collectors. When I give you an order, Rangers, I expect you to obey it. That's our deal. Now get going, and come back with results.
Look, I would have liked to have used that power armor as well, but we went to help out some innocent people that were in trouble. Also, you don't give us orders. Also, your marshals were never going to have that armor because we would have taken it for ourselves. But other than that, good points. Salmon says, I think the dice would be the biggest problem in prison. Yes. Weird that you just keep... Okay, let me read through. Foxman says, I have low creativity, and I mean low. So once I get invited to a game and had to keep making new characters, I quickly lost interest. Why did you have to keep making characters, though? Waiting for that Atlas statue to crumble and smash him and his bullet Game of Thrones chair. But wait, Foxman, why did you have to make, like, a bunch of different characters? Because I would think that, like... Look, if somebody said... Like, I have limited experience with this, but I would think that if somebody were interested in trying Dungeons & Dragons, what I would want to do, instead of, like, overwhelming them with, like, all the rules and stuff up front, is I'd probably, like, talk to them briefly about fighter, wizard, rogue, cleric, maybe, like, a ranger, and say, does one of these sound cool? Like, of those... What sounds like fun? What do you think sounds cool? And then we'd sort of like get up a basic character and get straight into the storytelling. And we'd try some storytelling, some role-playing stuff. We'd try some combat. We'd try some like skill challenges and stuff and see if any of that reacted to them. Some people want to do like really hardcore like tactical battles. Some people want to do lots of political intrigue. Some people want to do like really clever puzzle solving and stuff, and just see what they like. And that's the way that I would handle it. I don't know. Find what would appeal to them. So here's the big statue that I think has something to do with where we're trying to go. Also, it looks like there used to be another person here that I didn't really pay attention to before. The plaque reads, as leaders of the 100 families look on, Isaiah Buchanan passes the flag of the United States of America to his son, the future Patriarch of Colorado, Saul Buchanan, calling upon him to protect and glorify it to the end of his days. Now that you know what to look for, you can see that the plaque is actually a cleverly concealed hatch. There's a tiny pinhole near the top left of the plaque. So, what we're gonna do is, that seems like a really good place to throw down a save, and to, you know, it's one of those cases where we know exactly what we're gonna go and look at next time. So let me just find where we might have saved in the Broadmoor thing. Did we never save here? Huh. Okay. Well, you know the save game that we're never... That says ambush site, though. All right. Well... Okay, Broadmoor Heights. We're going to save it. New save. And Fox McCloud says that he kept dying. So, Fox McCloud, I would submit that if you kept dying in, like, the early levels of the campaign, it doesn't sound like the campaign was very well balanced or inclined to be a lot of fun. Now, if you... Whoops, hold on. If you say, well... every time I saw a guard, I walked up and said, I slept with your spouse, then yeah, I could sort of understand how things might not have gone well for you. But other than that, if you were just like, I would submit that maybe the DM or GM wasn't doing a very good job of proctoring the game, it sounds like to me. Samlander has streamed 84 episodes of TTRPGs and only had one character death. Sounds like he got into a bad group, Fox. Yeah, I would... Fox McCloud, I would toss out there... From what you've described there, I don't think that the problem was your lack of creativity. Is like that. But I wasn't there, so you know more about the situation than I did. So, what we're going to do is go find somebody fun to raid. This was a good and productive episode, and we, like, squeaked out some victories, like, especially against that giant goat that I didn't expect. We got brand new upgrades for the Kodiak, and we have a clear idea on where we're going to go and what we're going to do next, which is the best way to jump into the next episode. Next time, we will be going to go see that political prisoner. I don't know if we'll have to fight our way there, but that might clarify how the rest of the game is going to go, because at the moment, I don't believe and never have that we're going to end up working with Saul Buchanan by the end of the game, and next episode might be the point where we know that for sure. Let's go find somebody fun to raid, and we'll see you again probably on Sunday. Like, yeah, just to let you guys know, today's Thursday. It's very unlikely we'll be streaming tomorrow, and if we stream on Saturday, it might be a little bit late. I don't know what our availability is going to be, because frankly, I really want to watch Cara Luna, Samalander, and Mia. So after that, we'll probably see you guys on Sunday evening, and if not on Sunday evening, then on Monday for sure. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.